All right, Garoppolo, one more shot. We would have an incomplete to Trent Taylor. The Cardinals would hang on in Santa Clara with a victory, 24-20.
Guys, can we talk about this Chargers-Bengals game? This was fantastic. After being hit early in the game, Joe Burrow says, just call my number, and number 9 takes it in. That's a 23-yard TD. The Bengals lead 7-0. Yes, Burrow loving it, as cool as ever. But then late in the game, they're making a comeback. This is the go-ahead touchdown, and a little toe drag swag. Nope, toe drag flag. Flag on the play. Watch this, A.J. Green extends his arms, and they're going to call that 10 times out of 10. A push-off, Joe Burrow. Yeah, this ain't college, fam. But still, they get tied up. Oh, yeah, Randy Bullock. No, he pulls it. Oh, what? What? I need an explanation. I hope you're good, but I need an explanation. And there is the new meme Joe Burrow face. Chargers, they win 16-13.
We got those same Bengals taking on the Browns. It's a battle of the Buckeye State Bengals-Browns Thursday Night Football right here on NFL Network. Again, this Thursday. Yep, we're on to week 2. There might be 2 games on the week 1 slate, but we are looking ahead right here on NFL Network. Up next, I thought the Jags were supposed to be tanking. That's what we were hearing. I didn't think so. And neither did Gardner Minshew. He took matters into his own hands. All the Minshew love next.
Miracles. What we deliver by delivering.
I wanted more from my COPD medicine. That's why I've got the power of 1, 2, 3 medicines with Trelegy, the only FDA-approved once daily 3-in-1 COPD treatment.
Trelegy, the power of 1, 2, 3. Trelegy, 1, 2, 3. Trelegy.
With Trelegy and the power of 1, 2, 3, I'm breathing better. Trelegy works 3 ways to open airways, keep them open, and reduce inflammation for 24 hours of better breathing.
Trelegy won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. Trelegy is not for asthma. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Do not take Trelegy more than prescribed. Trelegy may increase your risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsened breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur.
Think your COPD medicine is doing enough? Maybe you should think again. Ask your doctor about once daily Trelegy and the power of 1, 2, 3.
Trelegy, 1, 2, 3.
Save at Trelegy.com.
What if he doesn't have this team surrounding him?
Potential to be one of the greats.
Old enough, sure enough.
How does he actually love the game? Is enough needs him to be a leader.
Got some big shoes to
Play
fill.
is not sustainable.
Can he be bigger than football?
At NFL Network, we're here for Thursday and the battle of the Buckeye State.
I woke up feeling dangerous.
We're here for number 1 pick against number 1 pick. For AJ and OBJ. For warp speed and sheer power.
What a catch.
For an old rivalry in a new era. We're here for Thursday. Bengals, Browns, Thursday Night Football. Thursday at 8, only on NFL Network.
Selling your house is hard. From prep to open houses to hoping for offers. But what if you could sell your house in just a few days with no hassle? Now you can with Simple Sale from HomeLight. Just answer a few quick questions about your house. We'll collect offers from our network of cash buyers and introduce you to the highest bidder. Now, selling is simple. To see your Simple Sale price, go to homelight.com/simple today.
Be good, be long, be right. No bunnies if that baby bopping for the hype. Had phone call, about to hit a play. On the weekend, in LA. Said you wouldn't get far. Boy, they was wrong, boy, they was gone. Know it's what they called. Everything I did, everything I lived through was worth. Yeah, I never did an eye for an eye. Prior to the side, I was getting by for days. days. Now I'm fresh by half a day.
Go to NFLshop.com and get free shipping.
Self-disappointment.
Jets and Bills up in Buffalo. Let's get to the highlights. Josh Allen was fantastic yesterday. Looked the part. There was a lot of hype for him all season. Diggs was going to be the new guy who's going to catch all the balls. He did have several receptions. He also had a key block here on John Brown's touchdown. Brown goes untouched to the end zone. That would be a score. Bills were up early here. Jets would try to claw back, but it was a tough one for Sam Darnold. He was on his heels the entire game. The weapons might not be there. Le'Veon left early with a hamstring injury. Here's Darnold rolling left or across his body. You don't do that. It's intercepted. Sam Darnold struggled. The Jets struggled. And this morning on WFAN, I'm sure there will be some unhappy callers and hosts. Bills go up 27-17 and get the...
All right. Good job, Shregs. Colts, Jags. The Jags allowing capacity of fans of 25%. Now, listen, there's no way the Jags are going to beat Phillip Rivers and the Colts, right? Everybody's leaving Jacksonville. Gardner Minshew said, what? What'd you hear about tanking? Only tank I see are fish tanks out here. Let's get busy. I see you with the super-duper fist pump. That's a touchdown right there. Gardner Minshew hitting Keelan Cole, 22-yard touchdown to score. 24-20. Phillip Rivers trying to make something happen. His team is down, and who is he looking for? Not him. Andrew Wingard. He comes up with the interception, 31-yard line. And the Jags, they would go on to win this 27-20. Oh, man. Colts might be in some trouble. And here we go. It's our first organized touchdown celebration of the year, and it did not disappoint. Rookie Laviska Shenault, Trey told us about him, having fun with his teammates after his first NFL touchdown. I see that's a steal, right? Okay. Here's what Gardner Minshew had to say about his teammates stepping up big in week 1. It's today's wake-up call, presented by Verizon.
Yeah. Oh, it's huge, you know. I think, you know, until you actually do it, you know, there's a part of it you kind of got to prove it to yourself. And I think we had a lot of rookies and, you know, first, second-year players really step up and make huge plays for us today.
Love him, everything about it. That was a statement game for Gardner Minshew there. We won't waste time on Phillip Rivers. Rivers are going to Rivers. We'll dig into that another day. Kyle, what stood out to you in this matchup? Colts Jags.
I just remember when Allen Iverson was in his prime, he wouldn't meet with the media until he had his cornrows put in. They had to wait forever. I feel like Gardner Minshew won't meet with the media until he has that Bruce Springsteen headband on, and, well, they should wait. It says 19 of 20 next to his name. I think that's amazing. And there's something about Gardner Minshew and his devil-may-care cowboy attitude that is so perfect for this season in which they're allegedly tanking and throwing it away. He doesn't care. Guys, a 6th-round pick from Washington State. This is not someone like Sam Darnold or Baker Mayfield who was on a juggernaut in college, who was always favored, they were never favored. I mean, they chucked it around with Mike Leach up there, but they weren't some sort of machine. He's done this before. We're showing Andrew Wingard making an interception, who's also got hair like Gardner Minshew. Andrew Wingard's an undrafted guy from Wyoming. He played with Josh Allen. Maybe this ragtag bunch of guys is going like Major League and the right stuff in every other movie ever, because that was an awesome, awesome debut. Cheers to Jacksonville. Duval, say it.
This game is measured by numbers. Here's some numbers, okay? So how many individuals have left? Jalen Ramsey, Leonard Fournette, Yannick Ngakoue, Telvin Smith, he's gone. Everybody's saying that they're tanking. Here's some more numbers. Gardner Minshew, he was 19 for 20, 173, 3 TDs. Here's another number, 0 interceptions. Oh, here's some other numbers right here. They have 2 first-round draft picks next season, 2 second-round draft picks next season. All of these numbers that we're throwing around, the Jags might be exactly where they want to be. Shregs, what you got?
I'll give you some more numbers, because it wasn't just Minshew and it wasn't just Laviska Shenault as a rookie stepping up. How about C.J. Henderson, their first-round pick? His assignment, his first career game, first time on a field, go cover T.Y. Hilton. And what did he do? Oh, I don't know. 3 pass breakups, a huge interception, tackles throughout the game. Nate, you said it. There's going to be a lot of young players, and there's a lot of future picks. The rookie stepped up huge for the Jaguars, and C.J. Henderson fit the bill. Awesome win for Jacksonville.
James Robinson with 90 total yards. You'll see him on my waiver list tomorrow. Cowboys-Rams wrapping up a great week 1 of football. Highlights after this.
To play this NFL season, it takes medical experts developing safety protocols. Cleaning crews sanitizing every surface. Doctors and athletic trainers overseeing screening and testing. Engineers finding innovative solutions to new challenges. And the entire NFL family doing their part to protect each other. As the situation with COVID-19 evolves, so do our safety measures.
Stay tuned to get 2 rolls of Alien Tape free. You heard that right, free. Finally, there's Alien Tape, a revolutionary new tape that doesn't use adhesive, but strong enough to hold an incredible 17.5 pounds on most surfaces. You'll love Alien Tape, the incredible new advanced grip technology tape that instantly locks anything into place without screws or anchors. There's more. Alien Tape is reusable. Remove it, rinse it, and reuse it. Use it again and it's just as strong. Use Alien Tape to hold stuff in place. It locks right down instantly. Keep things secure until you're done. Just give it a twist and it comes right off. Alien Tape comes right off because it doesn't use adhesive. But on drywall, it's a permanent alternative to nails. No need to drill into cabinets. Alien Tape will stay in place until you decide to take it off. Alien Tape is perfect for glass. Use it for heavy towels and it stays in place. When you're done, remove it and there's no residue. Alien Tape defies gravity, even when it's wet. You'll love it. Alien Tape grips to most surfaces instantly. Hang heavy pictures on stone in a flash. Use Alien Tape outdoors. No screws or permanent holes. Alien Tape is the reusable double-sided tape you'll use everywhere. Alien Tape stops furniture from sliding and won't damage floors. You'll love it. Alien Tape keeps carpets in place. Use Alien Tape in the car for backseat entertainment or easily secure your cell phone while driving. Call or go online to get your roll of the incredible Alien Tape for the low price of just $19.99 plus shipping and processing. But wait, order today and you can get 2 additional rolls of Alien Tape. Absolutely free. That's right. For a limited time, you can get 3 rolls of Alien Tape for one low price. That's an amazing amount of Alien Tape. Don't delay. Get yours today. Here's how to order.
Call 1-800-721-1028 or go to tryalientape.com. So call 1-800-721-1028. That's 1-800-721-1028 or order online at tryalientape.com.
Welcome to GMFB. We're brought to you by Reese's Peanut Butter Cups on this Monday. Thanks for hanging out with us today. I think it's the 14th of September. 2 games still to go tonight. We'll look ahead, but we're also going to give you some highlights right now. Peter Schrager, Nate Burleson. Let's go to SoFi with Kyle Brandt leading the charge.
Inglewood, here we go. Check out SoFi for the Cowboys versus the Rams. And look in the upper left. There's the Forum. Awesome. I think Magic and Worthy still party in there. AC at home watching Murder, She Wrote. Dak Prescott down 7-0 second quarter. What do you got, Dak? Go out to Zeke. Zeke, watch this move here. Whoop! This is awesome. I mean, this is really bad tackling and angles of pursuit and all the intricacies of defense for the Rams. But Zeke does jump about 6 yards to the left. That is your classic Madden juke. And then look at this. He tattoos on his stomach, "Feed me" with a spoon, which is great. Again, I worry that Zeke may have a different physique at some point in his life, and that tattoo ain't going to age well at all. But more power to him. Now, Malcolm Brown. He tattoos the Cowboys defense permanently with a stiff arm and his second touchdown of the day. Number 34 for the LA Rams gets it in fourth quarter. It felt like the Rams were outplaying them the whole game from start to finish, but Dallas was close. So what do you do on 4th and 3? You go for it? No, you don't. They do not get it. CeeDee Lamb, who showed the flashes for why they drafted him, but didn't have the outstanding breakaway game. It's that ball get away from him. And then here, Jalen throwing the shoulder on somebody. Say what you want about Jalen in coverage. He's fantastic. Not afraid to hit. Not afraid to drop the shoulder. Really, really great play. Great play by the Rams. And there's going to need a few more because here we go. The Cowboys lost all the close games last year. Dak Prescott, I personally, that's why he doesn't have a long-term deal. So down 3, he goes for broke, and he's got Michael Gallup, and we're going to overtime. No, they flagged it. They flagged this for offensive pass interference. This looked like a arm fight, a hand fight, like two kids with wrapping paper tubes back and forth, but they called it on Gallup. Wipes the play away. The Cowboys would do nothing else. It is a Rams win. The Cowboys, with all those 3,000-yard receivers, running back, score 17 points. Pretty ugly. 20-17. Why don't we hear from some of the principals involved? Guess who it's going to be? Spin the wheel. Take a look.
When you don't get a win, and we know how talented we are on offense, and we put the expectations we put on ourselves. We didn't make play, and when you ask for the ball right there in the 2-minute drive, with an opportunity to go win the game or tie the game up, and you don't do that, that's unfortunate, and that's not up to our standard and our expectations. I judge myself off of wins, so it was obviously a loss tonight, and not a performance I'm going to be proud of, especially, as I said, not capitalizing on that 2-minute drive and being able to tie the game up or win the game.
We talked about what's missing on this team a lot. They were loaded last year, #1 total offense, top 5 defense, missed the playoffs. They're loaded this year. They lost another tight one, even with a new head coach. Will this 2020 season be more of the same for Dak and the Cowboys, Nate? How are you feeling after just week 1?
That's the question. After week 1, I learned from Kyle not to panic and not to jump off a boat so soon. First, let me say I love that sweater that he has on. It says we all bleed the same color, which is a strong statement on equality. But for the fans that bleed the colors of the Cowboys, that silver and that blue, they're sitting back and they're just waiting. They're waiting for all these special pieces. While Kyle was reading the highlight, he's saying, oh, these 3,000-yard receivers that could be. Ezekiel Elliott, he did look good. Dak Prescott, who's playing on this $30+ million prove-it deal. All the superstars on the back end. You're supposed to win this game. And I want to toss it to Schrags, because, Schrags, you said something last week. You're like, look, you got to go out and win the game. Come on. You're in a position right now where you can go on the road, send a statement, not just to the Rams, but to the entire league. How did you feel about it, Schrags?
Well, look, we did flips for 4 months on this show about CeeDee Lamb and about getting Dontari Poe and all these new additions. And the Cowboys came out, and I'm waking up on a Monday morning after a Sunday night game. They lost by 1 possession. And this is what they always do, by 1 score, by 3 points. This is exactly what happened last year. They lost 6 of their 8 games last year by 1 possession. And I look at Dak, who we love as a guy and all this stuff, and they had the contract stuff. 2 for 9 on third downs, with 13 yards. He did nothing on fourth downs. And then they had this weird sequence at the end of the game where they're still trying to get this thing going. This is on 3rd and 6. They go for this play here. Then they hurry up to the line of scrimmage. This is when they easily could have gone for a field goal on 4th down. Instead, they hurry up. McCarthy's like, go, go, go. Let's get to the line. And then this was the decision on 4th down, and we're not going to get the first down, and that's that. And it's like, time and time again, it's the Cowboys on a Monday morning. We're waking up and we said, okay, it was Jason Garrett's fault. Well, here we are. We hired the guy who was doing the analytics in his basement all last year, and the guy who was supposed to revitalize this and bring the Cowboys flashback. And 20-17, week 1. Go Cowboys. I don't know. It's hard for me to get enthused about everyone's #1 team out of the NFC all summer long.
I don't know, Peter, but you're forgetting, though, that CeeDee Lamb looks really cool in number 88. And Zeke got a new tattoo on his stomach that Twitter really likes, and that's fun, and it's really impressive. But what does it amount to? They're cotton candy. It's eye-catching, it's large, it's beautiful, it's colorful. Oh, I want some of that. And then you get it, you're like, it just disappears in your mouth the second it gets there, and I'm just eating sugar powder. I don't know what it amounts to. It's just, I say it all the time, empty calories, it's soda, it's candy, it's Laffy Taffy. I know, they got a star in their logo. Well, so does Carl's Jr. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Where is the lean protein and the critical carbohydrates to fuel your body? It's just Mike and Ike. That's who it is, except now it's Mike and Dak. I guess that's where we're at right now. And until they win something that matters, empty calories, cotton candy.
It's a tough one because none of us have an answer on how to fix it, right? It's something that happens at the end of the game, or they just don't make the plays, or whatever it is. There's some positives to point to. Aldon Smith looked great, guys. He had 11 tackles. He had a sack. You're mentioning the tattoos and all. Zeke had a great game. Amari, great, made plays. Gallup, great. Couldn't get it done at the end of the game. I don't have a solution. I'd love to hear from you guys, the fans, the ones who, as Nate's saying, are bleeding, the team colors. Let us know what you think they should do to turn things around here for week 2 at GMFB. Okay, Nate, a battle of our Super Bowl picks. Let's go.
More highlights. Let's get to it. Buccaneers, Saints. Tom Brady, QB1 for Tampa Bay, number 12. Looking good. And he's dropping back first quarter. 0 score. And he is going to hit Chris Godwin. And that right there is a good way to start this thing off. Okay, all right, Brady feeling himself. Talk to the sideline. Telling Bruce, call my number. Bruce Almighty says, I need a miracle. He gets in. Yeah, and it is a miracle. Tom Brady, the oldest player to score in NFL history. 43 years, 41 years old, and he spikes the ball. Check it out again. Maybe that's a little homage to Gronk. A little Gronk spike. Gronk, where are you? Gronk. I didn't see you. We'll talk about that a little bit later. Okay, over the middle. He's trying to hit Mike Evans. The number 1 wide receiver is intercepted by Marcus Williams. I want you guys to check this out again. Pay attention in the slot. Mike Evans, he stops his route. Brady keeps going. Even if Mike Evans was there, it seems like only Sean Kemp in the 90s could go up and climb up and catch that ball. Tom Brady taking the chin strap off. He didn't like what happened there. Next possession for the Saints. Oh, man, Alvin Kamara skating on in, and he looked good. KB said it. He looked fast. It's been a couple years since we saw Kamara moving like that. Didn't have a ton of production, but they didn't need it. When they needed him, he stepped up. Okay, Tom Brady stepping up in the pocket. Nope. He didn't get the connection with Chris Godwin right there. He's saying, what's up with the PI? The ref is looking at him saying, this isn't New England. You don't get the Jordan rules. Down here, Tom. Moving on. Third quarter, Tom Brady. Who is he looking for? It wasn't Janoris Jenkins, but Jack Rabbit sure did pick it off and take it to the crib. Pick 6. Check out this angle right here. Look at Tom Brady's helmet. He's going to stare down his wide receiver. Shall I say it? Yeah, it's a rookie mistake. Tom Brady's too old, been in the game 2 decades. He knows better than that. And Janoris Jenkins knows better than to try him like that, and he makes him pay. Okay, but still, they're down 24-7, a lot of time left in the third quarter. O.J. Howard off the play action, 9-yard TD. Buccaneers trail 24-14. They are still in the game, and Tom Brady was focused in the second half. Drew Brees, he would have to mess up to give the Bucs a chance. And you know what? He didn't. Drew Brees was money. Oh, baby. That was a beautiful ball. Jared Cook, 46 yards. And how are they going to end it? Give it to the perfect seasoning to make your meal taste delicious. Emmanuel Sanders might as well be the X factor. Every single team he gets on, he enhances it. And Drew Brees gets the dub over Tom Brady. Yes, the score, 34-23 in this one. And we have Tom Brady after the game talking about what happened.
I made some just bad, terrible turnovers, and it's hard to win turning the ball over like that. So that's I obviously got to do a lot better job. You know, it's week 1 of the NFL season. You know, there's a lot of things that are going to be corrected. Every team's going to wish they did things better. We're going to feel that way as we move through the season. It's going to be about our mental toughness, our urgency, how hard we work in practice to get things done. And, you know, not turning the ball over is a good place to start.
Peter, let's continue with Good Morning Tampa Bay here. You guys love them a lot. I love them. I'm not worried about them. They lost to one of the perennial, at least for the last 4 years, superpowers in the NFC. If they lose again in Carolina, I might sound the alarm. So what did you think? Did the Bucs show you enough that you're still on the Tampa bandwagon?
Look, I picked them to go to the Super Bowl, and I got a lot of texts and tweets about that yesterday. But you're right, Kay. The Saints are a very good team. They're a polished team, and there was no preseason to work this out. I will say this. Bucs look sloppy, and it wasn't just Brady overthrowing LaShawn McCoy and throwing a pick 6 to Janoris Jenkins. I'm talking about special teams look sloppy. They looked like they were on skates at some point. Buccaneers do have to tighten this thing up, but I will say it is week 1. Tom Brady has a lot of football in his brain up here, and I'm sure he's got some football left in his arm. I am not going to rush to the conclusion and jump off the bandwagon after 1 week. Let's just see. But that was not what we were expecting. Certainly not me. I thought they were going to win that game, and I thought Brady was going to be lights out. He wasn't.
Well, Peter, you're breaking the rules. It's Overreaction Monday here in the National Football League. But no, listen, I didn't give up on the Texans last Friday. I'm not giving up on the Eagles today. I'm not giving up on the Bucs today either. It was a tough draw. It would be really nice to have opened with Carolina. Very tough draw. And Brady was bad. He was really bad, just objectively. I didn't see the Saints out-scheming, out-playing them across the board. Like, Brady just gave them a couple gifts. It was terrible. And we love all the throwing sessions and parks and jumping fences and stuff. Well, it didn't work because he looked sloppy, the team looked sloppy, and Bruce Arians says the interception was his fault. Well, the penalties and everything else will be your fault, Bruce. So you guys got a big, quick turnaround because if you happen to go 0-2, then we got problems.
No doubt about it. I selected the Kansas City Chiefs and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers as my 2 Super Bowl teams. I can't say that Kansas City on Thursday proved me right, and I can't say that the Buccaneers losing right here will prove me wrong. I will say this, if they don't correct this, it's going to be tough for them with Tom Brady's age to play well in November and December. On the flip side, a regular season game for the Saints, this is par of the course. They always look great in the regular season. But if they play with this type of variety on offense, getting so many people involved, that defense, getting after quarterbacks, DBs making plays in the postseason, we could easily see these guys in Tampa. We'll see. It's only week 1. Not going to get over dramatic.
At GMFB with your thoughts. I want to hear from Saints fans, Tampa Bay fans right here on the show. Let's bring in Ian Rappaport, our NFL Network insider. He's with us this morning to give us some details. Unfortunately, the day after games, especially games where we don't have preseason action, injuries do pile up. We'll get to those, but I want to talk to you specifically right now about what's going on between Zach Ertz and the Eagles organization. He had 3 catches for 18 yards. He scored a touchdown yesterday. That's all great. What's going on there?
Yeah, it's certainly behind the scenes in a practice this week. A little bit of a different situation. Sounded like it ended up okay. These guys are all professionals. But here's my understanding of the situation. General Manager Howie Roseman, owner Jeffrey Lurie, Coach Doug Peterson, they all had a conversation with Zach Ertz after a late practice. It got heated. It got pretty passionate regarding his contract. And obviously, tensions are frayed. Frustration is pretty evident. Zach Ertz has made no secret of that. He openly wondered, do the Eagles still want him here, as the two sides reached a serious impasse with his contract negotiation. They cut off talks. They do not seem to be going there. He openly wondered, is his future somewhere else? So they had a conversation after practice, and at the end, my understanding is they realized, all right, yes, clearly there's some differences here regarding business-wise. Let's put it together. Let's be a team. Keep the focus on the field. They were able to do that. He did have a touchdown, but obviously for Zach Ertz and the Eagles, nothing turned out great on the field yesterday, and then they have to make sure that this issue does not linger any longer.
Appreciate the update. Thank you so much, Ian Rappaport. More from you all day long here on NFL Network. 2 games to preview as well. We got Giants Steelers. Oh, it's going to be great. We'll also show you some more highlights and your fantasy studs from yesterday. Aaron Rodgers had it all going on.
Introducing Wendy's new Pretzel Bacon Pub Cheeseburger. Yeah, we said Wendy's. Once you lock eyes on the pretzel bun, beer cheese, and Applewood smoked bacon, nothing will distract you. Not even all the comments you're getting on the pic you just posted of your Pretzel Bacon Pub Cheeseburger. Download the app to order ahead and get Wendy's rewards.
Finding inner flex with Duluth Double Flex Denim. Look deep. Deeper. 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 Too deep. Find your inner flex with Duluth Double Flex Ballroom Denim. Only at Duluth Trading.
Asks questions like these because we believe the most amazing machines are inspired by you. Experience the rewards of our curiosity.
We made USAA insurance for this season and the veterans that never quit on their team. When being a fan gets tough, And stretching your budget gets even tougher. Our agents put in the time and legwork for you. So saving on auto insurance is easy. Because saving a little extra goes a long way. USAA. What you're made of, we're made for.
No Barney's if that baby bopping for the hype. Had phone call, about to hit a play. On the weekend, in LA. Said you wouldn't get far. Boy, they was wrong, boy, they was gone. Know it's what they called. Everything I did, everything I lived through was worth it. Yeah, I never did an eye for an eye. Prior to the side, I was getting by for days. Now I'm fresh by half a days.
Go to NFLshop.com and get free shipping.
Self-disappointment.
Tonight, turn it up with 11 flavors so intense your dinner won't know what hit it. And neither will you.
Who ate all the boneless?
You did.
Sounds like me.
Get Wingstop. Delivery or carryout at wingstop.com.
There are over 50,000 plays in an NFL season, each generating thousands of data points. With Amazon Web Services, the NFL can use this information to better protect each player. And that's building a better game.
For years, we weren't getting enough sleep, so we wanted the little sleep we were getting to be the best sleep possible.
Friends were raving about their Boll & Branch sheets, so we looked them up. Not only do they have thousands of 5-star reviews, they are loved by 3 U.S. presidents. Now we know why. They're the softest sheets we've ever felt.
And the fact that they're ethically made from organic cotton helps us sleep easy. Until the kids wake us up.
There's a new man in town up in New England, and his name is Cam Newton, and he was all smiles yesterday. Newton, in his first career start with the Patriots, this is the first time Belichick is coaching a Patriots team that doesn't have Tom Brady starting week 1 in 20 years. Newton scores the touchdown, slams it down. It was all Patriots early on, and Newton and Josh McDaniels figuring things out, seeing what has to work, and this might be a play we see again later in the season. Newton rolling right, lowering his shoulder, touchdown, gets in the end zone. All smiles afterwards. Patriots win 21-11.
Skull Vikes, Packers, Vikings. Vikings showing unity with George Floyd's family in attendance. They were a guest of the Vikings. This went down before the show. Very special moment. Aaron Rodgers, here he goes. He likes to sing Scorpions on karaoke night. That's Jordan Love, inactive. He doesn't even do Rock You Like a Hurricane. He does Winds of Change, which is a beautiful song about socioeconomic politics during the Cold War. Aaron Rodgers, bam! Devontae, less than a minute to play in the half. It's only 8-7. It's a tight game. And then Rodgers just breaks it open. I think he's the best receiver in football right now. There's great players. I think Devontae is playing at the highest level of any of them. Kirk Cousins not on this play. Barely got the ball in the first half. Picked off here, Jair. They got him again. It's 15-7. So Rodgers decides to drop the people's elbow to our, is it our favorite hyphenated player? I think it would have to be. I know there's a lot. Clyde Edwards-Helaire is coming running. But Marquez Valdez-Scantling had a big lead on him, and this is still within about 20 minutes of each, 20 seconds, really. Rodgers to Marquez threw 2 touchdowns in the second within 25 seconds. Hashtag next-gen stats, and that's over. Come here, you, I love you. I love you. He's banging on the pads. Third quarter now. What do we got? Kirk, give us something, baby. Come on now. 22-10, you're at home, right there in that beautiful new stadium. Who's he go? Nope, that's a miss. Kirk Cousins does throw a great deep ball, and he launched a couple of them to Thielen in this game, trying to come back now down 12. Rodgers. Devontae again? That's unstoppable. There's no way you are stopping that. Two touchdowns, fist bumps for Rodgers. He also likes the song Bailamos in karaoke. Te quiero, mi amor. Who doesn't? Who doesn't? Rodgers, now you going to drop on him again? 29-18, 29-18. Are we going to Lazard? The Commandant. Commandant Lazard. Left-handed spike. I don't know if that means he's a lefty or he just is a switch hitter when it comes to spiking, but it was impressive. What's up, Matt LaFleur? Things are going great for you. Just on 43 points. Rodgers stoic, businesslike, but after the game, he was happy. They rolled a division opponent after a very strange preseason. You want to know what? The Packers only punted 1 time in this game. Aaron, what'd you think about that, Enrique?
Anytime you punt 1 time, it's going to be a good day, especially when you don't turn the ball over. And I thought we, executed really well. I thought Devontae was obviously very important for us. And then Marquez and Allen were, made some big-time plays as well.
Adams was huge, tying a team record with 14 catches yesterday. Rodgers to Adams connection dominant in week 1. It has been for years. He, of course, missed 4 games last year, dealing with an injury all season. Did Aaron Rodgers, Nate, prove yesterday the road to the NFC North crown still goes through Green Bay? I feel like you've been high on them all offseason, Burleson.
I have. I feel like we forgot just how talented he is. I mean, that span right before halftime when most teams will look at their quarterback and say, let's try to get a field goal, and then get in the locker room and talk about what we're going to do in the second half. Aaron Rodgers was like, nah, how much time we got? Oh, don't worry. I'll get a couple of TDs out of this thing. And this was an absolute rope, a little toe drag swag on the sideline. And this one to Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Aaron Rodgers didn't look like the best quarterback in his division. Aaron Rodgers didn't look like the best quarterback in the conference. Aaron Rodgers looked like the best quarterback in the NFL. If we're going to have the MVP conversation, which we will start shortly, you better mention Aaron Rodgers' name. Peter, I know you're talking next, but Kyle, you had some great tweets about Aaron Rodgers. I can't wait to hear you. Shregs, what's up, though?
Well, there's still 4 teams that are 0-0 for the season, but it's never too soon to start MVP talk, Nate. Honestly, he looked amazing. He was just incredible. And here's what I think. I think of all the last few months, the summer of discontent between Rodgers and the Packers, whether it be the draft decision or him going on Kyle's podcast and saying he might not finish his career as a Packer, and all the great sound bites and all the great fodder for shows like ours. Comes out and scores 43 points, and they punt one time, and he looks like the best quarterback in the world. Rodgers is just fine. LaFleur is just fine. Let's focus on 2020 and not worry about so much down the line about his legacy and where he ends up at the end.
But we can't get over it, Peter. Yes, we can. We'll talk about it all week. Listen, I think that was the top 15 game Aaron Rodgers has ever played. It was that good. But what's important here, we know Devontae's amazing. We know Rodgers can throw. What's important is loving those other guys, those other receivers, and hugging them on the bench and chemistry. This is about Marquez, Lazard, Scantling, Sternberger, their wide receiver number 2. Look at him. That moment right there is more important to me than any throw he had to Devontae. He's hugging Marquez. He said after the game, he said, here's what I'll say about Lazard. I trust him. And all you guys who have covered me for so many years, you know I don't say that about everybody. I trust Lazard. I'm hugging Marquez. And Devontae is like from Mount Zion or something like that. They're that good. Packers, incredible, incredible display. Bourbon's up, everyone.
I love that. And maybe they didn't add who we wanted them to add, but they're still so darn talented. You guys know I have 2 nephews that are huge Packers fans. I got them the Lazard jersey, the Rodgers jersey. Now they're like, hey, can we get the Jair Alexander jersey, please? Because of his performance. His defense is so stout. So don't let those, 24 garbage time points in the 4th quarter put up? Yeah, 34 points, whatever was happening really late in the game when points are flying up. This defense is so legit. Nate, Cleveland, Ravens, let's go.
Yeah. Speaking of legit, the Ravens look great. Odell Beckham trying to get his season started on the right note after last year having career lows. Baker Mayfield looking to get him going. And this is broken up by Marcus Peters. Oh, man, I'm telling you, that Ravens defense is something special. And speaking of something special, how about the 2019 MVP? And he just was throwing dimes. Willie Snead gets an end zone for the 19-yard touchdown, and that was just scratching the surface. And that face right there says it all. Big trust. Ravens win, 38-6.
Love it. Big story. In Washington, we're taking you inside the locker room to hear from head coach Ron Rivera. You don't want to miss it.
When your hands hurt, you can't function. Until now. Introducing the new Copperfit compression gloves with Sure Grip technology to give you more power, more control, and more agility than ever. Copper-infused compression fabric woven into an ultra-lightweight performance glove that supports relief and recovery of sore muscles and painful joint stiffness. And new Sure Grip bands built in provide a strong, non-slip grip.
They relieve my pain. The support or whatever magic these things do, I don't know what it is. It doesn't matter to me what it is. It works.
Relief from painful muscle and joint soreness. Guaranteed or your money back. Call 1-800-228-0146 or on the web at getcopperfitgloves.com for only $19.99. Order right now and your shipping is free.
While I'm wearing this, I do not have any pain. I can use it on the keyboard. I can use my phone. I love this glove.
Ask for it by name. Copperfit Compression Gloves.
Severe storm damage can cost you thousands in repairs. Hi, Phil Swift here. This storm season, you need the entire Flex Seal family of products. Make fast, easy, on-the-spot repairs. Seal up cracks and holes to prevent wind and water from damaging your home. Now it's easy to make quick automotive repairs. Severe storms can be a nightmare. Now you can patch huge holes to seal up roof leaks. Easily fix busted downspouts and replace loose siding. Floods can destroy your home. Push FlexPace deep into wet surfaces to help prevent flood damage. With the Flex Seal family of products, you can patch, bond, seal, and repair. Even the worst conditions are no match for the Flex Seal family of products. Get the Flex Seal family of products at these fine retailers.
We were taught and raised that we all exist here on this planet to benefit others. That's how my wife and I feel when we give to St. Jude every month. Our giving is right up there with our mortgage. That's the priority that we put on giving to St. Jude.
Each year, Americans waste $21 billion by overpaying on car insurance. That's why I went to thezebra.com. Because while every company claims to save you money on car insurance, the Zebra shows you who actually can.
Compare car insurance for free at thezebra.com today.
At NFL Network, we're here for Thursday and the Battle of the Buckeye State.
I woke up feeling dangerous.
We're here for number one pick against number one pick. For AJ and OBJ. For warp speed and sheer power.
What a catch.
For an old rivalry in a new era. We're here for Thursday. Bengals, Browns, Thursday Night Football. Thursday at 8, only on NFL Network.
Let's go to Santa Clara, where the 49ers were hosting the Cardinals. Air quality was down, but the football quality was very good yesterday in this one. Kyler Murray looking, throws off his back foot to DeAndre Hopkins, gets the ball all the way down to the 1-yard line. DeAndre would have 14 catches, a career high, on 16 targets from Kyler Murray. Cardinals would lead, but Jimmy Garoppolo has a shot here. 1 minute, 20 seconds left. He's looking. He's got Kendrick Bourne in the end zone. Patrick Peterson just jumps and flails. Knocks it out. Right there. Now, the Niners would have another shot. Garoppolo would go to Trent Taylor. Byron Murphy broke it up. Cardinals escaped Santa Clara with a win. Week 1.
Colts, Jags, 25% fans in the stands, and Phillip Rivers, the QB1 for the Colts. Jacoby Brissett dabbing him up before the game, and there is Gardner Minshew, the constant. Gardner is looking for his receiver, and he finds him. This right here is a touchdown. Keelan Cole wide open. The Jags would go up. Minshew mania may have just begun in the 2020 NFL season. Phillip Rivers dropping back. He's looking for his guy, and he finds the wrong one. Andrew Wingard, 31-yard line. He picks that off. That pretty much ices it. Phillip Rivers had 1 TD and 2 interceptions. The Jags, yes, the Jags win 27-20.
How about them Jags and Eagles, Washington? Ron Rivera in those transitions lenses, as always, battling a lot bigger enemy than just the Philadelphia Eagles right now. We'll get more on that momentarily. We love you, Ron. And we're excited to see this. Down 17-0 early. You get a big interception by Fabian Moreau. Okay, so you got a pick. You got Wentz once. Wentz was carving him up. Looked really sharp early. Then the Washington D-line took over, and all of a sudden, that is not a misprint. It's 17-17. And then Peyton Barber gets in, and now Washington's winning, down 17-0. Guess what the final score was? You will never believe it. 27-17. Washington, the Washington first-place team, I'm calling them after Eagles losses and Cowboys losses, wins 27-17. And if you don't think we're going to the locker room to hear our guy Ron Rivera with the fellas, you are crazy. Take it away, Ron. We love you.
You look at what we did as an offense, as a defense, as a special teams against that team, the defending NFC East champs. That tells you can play. Now, don't get a big head, because next week we got another task. Yes, sir. Completely different football team. Yes, sir. We'll be taking one at a time enjoy this, because you guys earned the right to enjoy this one. I'll tell you that much right now. Okay, I'm going to tell you one thing, too, guys. It's a humbling experience to win, it's a humbling experience to lose. Be humble, be forthright, and again, whatever you do, be the Washington football team.
Like Coach said, guys.
First win as head coach.
Yes, sir.
It warms my heart. Peter, let's give out some game balls, shall we? Who had a performance that you think deserves some love?
Yeah, it wasn't enough to get one from his team. Let's give him from our show, too. Ron Rivera gets my game ball. There's more to that story, obviously. The story is that at halftime of this game, Ron Rivera received an IV, which is part of his cancer treatment regimen. So he was getting cancer treatment regimen during the game at halftime after this team was down 17-0 and came all the way back to win. I just couldn't be happier for Ron. He's a friend of the show, friend of ours. He is a good man and a great representative, an ambassador for the NFL. The Washington football team does not have a finer man that they could have be their head coach, and gets a victory in his first game fighting cancer. He's also on the front lines trying to fight a lot of things from this team's legacy and try to turn a new page. Kudos to Ron Rivera and that Washington team, offense, defense, special teams, and the coaching staff. What a win. And Ron Rivera gets my game ball.
Ron Rivera, we love you, man. We got your back, and you're right, man. Against the odds, there's a lot going on and off the field when it comes to the Washington football team. Speaking of against the odds, I talked about it a little bit earlier. The Jags, just think about it. The last few years, they were one game away from a Super Bowl appearance. And then since then, they lose Telvin Smith, Jalen Ramsey, Calais Campbell, Yannick Ngakoue, Leonard Fournette. The list goes on and on and on. Yet and still, with all this conversation of the Jags tanking, Gardner Minshew comes out and he balls. I mean, my dude does his thing. Gardner, an absolute beast. 19 for 20, 173, 3 TDs, and 0 interceptions. And I know we can joke about the cut-off jean shorts and the mustache and the headband and, you know, his statements and him making fun of himself. But you know what's not a joke? No, his leadership. Like, when he talks about football, when he talks about how much he loves the game, that's not funny. And I feel that. As a football player, as a wide receiver, I want to be in the huddle with that dude. Forget that. I want to be in an alley with that dude because I know that he's going to give everything that he got. Listen, they brought in Nick Foles. The guy got a statue and a Super Bowl ring. They shipped Nick Foles out of there. For what? Not to go draft some kid from college next year, because they got Gardner Minshew. Shout out to Gardner Minshew, man. I love what he's doing.
You're right, Nate. You can't lead a huddle with Uncle Rico memes. I give my game ball to the men and women who were what I call the crowd noise DJs. We weren't in the stadiums, but at home, I thought the experience was great. It's a little jarring seeing empty stands, but I like the crowd noise. I like the cheers. I like the boos. Even in the New Orleans game, which Twitter did not, Alvin Kamara looked like he scored a touchdown when Jerome Boger announced he did not. Pipe in the artificial crowd noise. I love this.
After reviewing the play, the runner stepped out of bounds short of the goal line, so we have a turnover on downs. Please reset the game clock to 23 seconds.
You got to have booze there. Now, it's a little late, and I think these people were a little drunk with power. Like, you don't need to hit the huge cheer button because your team had a touchback on the kickoff. Easy there. It's a little like a laugh track on a sitcom. Like when Brad Garrett and Raymond says, like, I got a case of Mondays, and they go with a huge nitrous laugh. It's a little much. So save them for the big moments. But meanwhile, you guys did a wonderful job. To those men and women with the buttons in front of them, game ball to you.
Love that. I do not have a football, but I would give my invisible game ball to some fantasy performers. Josh Allen, Buffalo. We know we didn't talk about you. We will this week, I promise. Tremendous fantasy performance from Josh Allen. Devontae Adams making me look smart for putting him in my rankings where I did. Russell Wilson, need I go on? But nothing to me was more impressive than Josh Jacobs. Raiders fans, you've got a good one. One of the better offensive lines. He's running behind fine. But he didn't just rack up 139 total yards and 3 touchdowns. He didn't just absolutely put the Raiders on his back and lead them to this win over the Panthers. This was a statement game. Let me tell you what I'm talking about. Christian McCaffrey's on the other side of this thing. The arguably best running back in the National Football League, definitely the most popular running back right now going into this 2020 season. He's on the other side of the field, and I'm talking about you. This was a statement from him. I want to be in that conversation, and I'm going to be with him, with Zeke, and with Saquon, and I loved it, you guys. That's what we think for Game Balls. Give us yours at GMFB, please. We're trying to get to all of the highlights that we can. Of course, Ian Rappaport will be back throughout to give us some info on what's going on with injuries and headlines. And we had an impressive debut for this guy, my brother, Jamal Adams in Seattle.
Want to dominate your fantasy league?
I love scoring points, man.
Our experts have the insights to give you the winning edge.
He's got the skills. He's got the speed. The dude is like a rocket.
NFL Fantasy Live, today at 5 on NFL Network.
We're now going to Chicago, where it looks like football weather this Sunday morning.
Baker Mayfield is on fire.
This is Game Day Final.
We got you covered from morning to night. NFL Game Day, only on NFL Network.
Step your game up with NFL Red Zone and NFL Network.
Look at him.
Catch every touchdown from every game Sunday afternoons with NFL Red Zone. Join host Scott Hansen as he brings you every can't-miss moment as it happens.
We go to the Octo Box.
And get NFL Network for exclusive live games, original series, breaking news, fantasy insights, and much more.
You guys, that's what I'm talking about.
Go to getNFLnetwork.com to get it all.
Attention CPAP users. Germs and bacteria can grow inside your reservoir, tubing, and mask. And cleaning them can be an expensive, difficult task. When you need to breathe easy, sleep great, and stay healthy, what you need is Clean Zone, the affordable, portable CPAP cleaner and sanitizer. Just press, and Clean Zone automatically cleans, sanitizes, and eliminates 99% of germs and bacteria from every surface of your CPAP reservoir, tube, and mask in minutes. No water, no added chemicals, no worries. You'll breathe in healthy, clean air and sleep peacefully.
I used to bug him to clean the CPAP machine, and I worried about how dirty it was.
But with the Clean Zone, I just attach it to the tube, and within minutes, it's clean.
We love the price, too.
The secret is activated oxygen that is created by Clean Zone's internal O3 generator. Plus, it's lightweight, compact, and portable.
I looked at other CPAP cleaners, and when I compared quality and price, Clean Zone was my clear choice.
I can sleep with the peace of mind knowing that I'm breathing clean.
Clean Zone works with virtually all make and model CPAP machines. It's powered by a long-lasting rechargeable battery and is maintenance-free. Just press, and Clean Zone does the rest. You've seen other CPAP cleaners sell for hundreds of dollars, but during this special offer, you can get your Clean Zone CPAP cleaner for just $199.99. Plus, we'll give you an instant $100 rebate. That's just $99.99. Clean Zone comes with our full 60-day money-back guarantee. But to make this the cleanest offer on TV, we'll give you the Clean Zone mask sanitizing bag absolutely free. You get the Clean Zone CPAP cleaner for $100 off and the mask sanitizing bag absolutely free. Here's how to order.
Call 1-800-364-1623 or go online to cleanzonenow.com.
Tonight on NFL Total Access. Full Week 1 highlights, news, and analysis. Inside the hot starts, surprises, and fantasy studs, plus a preview of Monday night's doubleheader. Tonight, 6 Eastern.
Football is here at NFL Network. We're here for Thursday. It's the Battle of the Buckeye State. Bengals, Browns, Thursday Night Football. I cannot wait. It's all going down this Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern and only on NFL Network. Colleen, I'll get you kicked off at 6 p.m. Eastern.
Well, let's talk about these Bengals. Chargers in Cincinnati. And there is your number 1 overall pick in the 2020 NFL Draft, Joe Burrow. He's taking it, get behind your lead block, old school with the hand on the back, and he gets in. Number 9, looking fine. I see you, Joe Cool, with a little spikety spike. Joe was chilling on the sideline, and he made a great comeback to put them in position to tie it up, and Randy Bullock pulls it. And it looks like he pulled something else. I'm not sure. Can't wait to see what he says about that miss. Chargers win 16-13.
I want an update on Bullock. I really do. Raiders versus Panthers. Matt Rule, debut with the mask. This was a great game. It might have been the best game of the day. 27-15, Las Vegas. Look at that LV. I'm looking at McCaffrey. I love you, Christian, but the LV on the screen looks pretty cool. Wild times. McCaffrey says, I'm the man. He's right. 27-22. Now look at this. Robbie Anderson, your classic home run hitter, the Adam Dunn, Ryan Howard type, hits one 75 yards. I think that is 225 feet. That would not be a home run in most ballparks. Maybe Coors, but not this one. Josh Jacobs, 25 carries. Same number as Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Got a nice little AFC West battle thing going on there. What's up, Gruden? 1-0, man. Hell yeah. The Raiders, 34-30. Excellent game, spoiling Matt Rule's debut. But we also had something else going on here. I know the reason Greg Gumbel got into journalism and has worked 50 years is to talk about Nate Burleson's suit, and that's exactly what he did.
Going back to the studio at halftime. Did you see Nate Burleson in the pregame show? When will you be wearing your red suit?
He's a beauty, isn't he?
He's outstanding.
He must be driving our wardrobe department crazy.
Nate, it's beautiful. It's red as hell. It looks like a Corvette. And yet I still feel like this was maybe like a 6 on the Burleson scale.
I know.
Tell us about this.
Me so well. People were going crazy like, oh, Nate, looks like you're going out to a club. That's crazy, bright red. Nah, it was like a deep red, and I actually was super chill. It's CBS, the Tiffany Network, week 1. I didn't go crazy. I know my role. I'm a rookie. I'm there to compliment the show. I have superstars next to me. Phil Simms, Boomer Science, and Coach Coward, James Brown. I'm just there to do my thing, Shrakes. You feel me?
I've seen you wear leopard print shorts with a suit, and Greg Gumbel's got his hair blown back from a red suit. Nate, that's called Thursday on our show. That is nothing. I'm sorry. I was expecting a little more, to be honest.
I did feel connected to them. Like, that entire panel understands how the three of us feel when Nate outshines us every day, and especially on special occasions.
No,
I get what you guys are feeling.
Come on, Kay. You're the fashionable one of the
Let's
show.
bring in Will. Yeah, right. Will Selva's on the show. He's always suited and booted and ready to go. But it's not deep red, so you look okay, Will.
Oh, thank you, Kay. Hashtag dress down for what? For Nate. Very understated, but well done, my friend.
Maybe not.
Clean as always, bring the drip.
I'm cringing.
Only you.
Me and Peter out.
Will, don't say
all right,
bringing
so
the drip. What's in the news, Selva? My Lord.
Peter and I are out.
I'm trying to get there, my friend. It has been quite the show as we sprint to the top of the hour here on NFL Network. Well, you might recall that back in late August that with Adam Gase and Le'Veon Bell, there was that disagreement, right, over the apparent hamstring issue at practice. And at the time, Lev said, don't even worry about it. The hammy is good. It's fine. Well, you fast forward to Sunday and Bell having to leave the game after suffering a hamstring injury in the second quarter after stumbling going for the pass. Gase says he's mad at himself for allowing Bell to return to the game in the third quarter. Now, the extent of the injury is still not known. Bell finished the game with just 6 carries for 14 yards. Now, NFL Network insider Ian Rappaport also reporting Cowboys tight end Blake Jarwin will undergo an MRI today for what is believed to be a torn ACL in his right knee. Jarwin's had a 3-year, $24.5 million deal with Dallas this offseason. He had one catch though for 12 yards before going down with the knee injury. And Bengals rookie quarterback Joe Burrow had the Bengals set up for a season-opening win over the Chargers before a questionable offensive pass interference and a missed field goal took that away. Despite a couple of missed deep balls, wide receiver A.J. Green thinks the future is very bright in Cincy with Burrow running the show.
It's unbelievable, man. That guy don't flinch. I was very, the way he handled himself on the last drive was unbelievable. No rookie I have seen the way he handled it after adversity. So, we got a special one in Joe, and we're going to be better next week, and we're going to build this thing brick by brick and get better each week.
And nobody was harder on Burrow than Burrow himself, who said that he missed too many passes, and he gave himself a D for his performance. Keep in mind, that was his first L in 659 days when LSU lost a 7-overtime game to Texas A&M.
Awesome nugget there, Will. Thank you so much. From the window to the wall, Will Silva, appreciate your work. We'll get back to the show.
We'll let the dogs out.
Yes.
Where the Seahawks played the Falcons, and Russell Wilson was awesome. Wilson had 4 incomplete passes in this game. He also had 4 touchdown passes, 31 completions, one of them to his deep threat DK Metcalf, who picks up right where he left off last season after his outstanding rookie year. Russell wasn't done, though. Check out this one here. Up 9, makes the move, makes the pass, touchdown to his tight end. Greg Olsen, his newest weapon, and the big Fox touchdown graphic tells the story. Seahawks roll and beat the Falcons. But it wasn't just about Greg Olsen as a new addition. Jamal Adams had quite a day. Let's hear from the Prez after the game.
I wasn't bored, I was blitzing. I was having fun. It's about the same, to be honest. It might have been a little bit more. It reminded me a little bit of Todd Bowles when Todd Bowles used me. My first 2 years. But just out there making plays, man. Whenever my name is called or my number's called, I'm trying to do whatever I can to help the team winning.
Jamal, the master of podium shade, but not really throwing shade. He's pretty great. Look at this, baby. Russell Wilson, that winning feeling. I do believe his newborn's name is Win. That's his little baby boy. Guys, what stood out to you most from the Seahawks win? Nate, what do you think?
Oh, man, he got that drip. I see little Russ. DK Metcalf. DK Metcalf, big plays. He's a guy last year that kind of showed up later in the season, and then towards the playoffs, he eclipsed that 1,000-yard mark. But this right here says it all. He's just getting started, guys. We realize he just got in the league. He's going to get better, and look how strong he is. Imagine David Boston strength with the route running ability of Antonio Brown. That's what DK Metcalf is shaping up to be.
Wow.
You know what kind of game you have to name your kid Win? I mean, that's really putting it out there. And he has it.
That's a fact.
I mean, Cam Newton named his son Chosen, and I think he is chosen. I know Russell's been on way bigger stages than this. Has he ever played a finer football game than he did yesterday? I honestly mean that in his career. Team, right? I mean, they look awesome. They're loaded. Awesome team.
Jamal Adams was amazing. I think he had 13 tackles all over the field. And, as the Jets are struggling to get by in Buffalo, Jamal Adams is having an amazing game in Atlanta. It's just fitting. Adams was maybe the best player on defense yesterday. For as good as Bobby Wagner is, Jamal was sideline to sideline. And, hey, we might love those draft picks here in New York. Those are something that everyone rallied around when the trade was made. But, gosh, do not forget how good a player Jamal Adams is.
He is throwing the ball, that Russell Wilson. I love it. 18 passes, just 5 rushing attempts in the first half of this one. If he throws like that, it's the perfect start for an MVP campaign. He says he wants to throw the ball more, and he's backing it up on the field. More GMFB on the way, guys. We'll look ahead to tonight. We've got Big Ben on the docket. Little Monday night previews taking on the Giants tonight.
Oh, no. You hate coming home to a dark house, and you're uptight about noises outside in the night. Outdoor lighting systems cost a fortune, and leaving lights on all night drives utility bills out of sight. You need the Bell & Howell Bionic Spotlight, the outdoor motion sensor light that is motion activated, so it automatically turns on the instant motion is detected and turns off when the motion stops. Bionic Spotlight is solar powered, so there's no expensive wiring or batteries to change. Simply place it where the solar panel can soak up the sun, and you're done. The panel collects the sun's energy to charge all day, so it has the power to provide light when and where you need it all night. Bionic Spotlight looks just like a professional security camera that is actually a high-tech security light with smart motion sensing technology. Look, the instant the motion sensor detects movement, Bionic Spotlight triggers 8 high-intensity LED lights that shower the entire area with light, covering over 600 square feet. The light stays on for as long as the motion continues and then shuts off 30 seconds after it stops, so there's no more arriving home to a dark house. Illuminate walkways and stairwells for visitors and guests. Light up your garden at night or the yard for kids and pets. Add Bionic Spotlight to your sports court and to help secure outbuildings and storage sheds. So you can spend hundreds of dollars on an outdoor lighting system, or you can save hundreds of dollars and get the motion-activated Bionic Spotlight for just $19.95 with free shipping. Bionic Spotlight is year-round outdoor durable and weather-resistant and backed by our 5-year warranty. And if it fails for any reason, return it for a full refund. But wait, if you order right now, you can double the offer and get a second Bionic Spotlight. Just pay a separate fee. You get it all. 2 Bionic Spotlights backed by our 5-year warranty for one low-value price. And the shipping is free. And when you call, ask about the contractor's discount on the complete 6-light home value set. Bionic Spotlight is all you need. It's guaranteed. Here's how to order.
To order, call 1-800-318-2308. That's 1-800-318-2308, or order online at BionicSpotlight.com.
At NFL Network, we're here for Thursday.
I woke up feeling dangerous.
And number 1 pick against number 1 pick. We're here for Bengals, Browns.
How good is that?
Thursday Night Football. Thursday at 8, only on NFL Network.
To all the greatest fantasy teams like you, Mahomes, cooking, you signed up with NFL Fantasy, drafted a team, and you're in for a chance to win a trip to Caesar's Palace for your league playoffs. Exclusive experiences with DK Metcalf, Derrick Henry, and more. Download the NFL Fantasy app today.
I sent your new prescription to the pharmacy. Any idea how much it will cost? You have a choice. Insurance or GoodRx? I have insurance. Insurance is not what it used to be. People struggle to get their prescriptions covered, and prices keep rising. I recommend GoodRx. You get free coupons to save on your prescriptions. Compare prices to find the best discounts.
GoodRx. Smart.
Stop paying too much for your prescriptions. Download the free app today.
Bills a preseason favorite out of the AFC East. They would have to take care of business in their home building to start that campaign off right. They did the job. All right, Stephon Diggs was the big addition. Everyone thought he would be making a difference in the passing game. Well, no one really knew about this part. The block on Marcus May, and John Brown gets in cleanly. A 21-0 lead for the Bills to jump out early in this one. Sam Darnold, a lot of expectations for him this season, high expectations for him. This one here throws across his body, trying to make something happen down 21-0. It's an interception. Jets fans waking up this morning just befuddled and confused. How's this season going to go? I can't promise you anything because after 1 week, didn't look great yesterday.
All right, let's go Bears-Lions. Mitchell Trubisky beat out Nick Foles for the starting position. A lot of Bears fans decided to Mitch about it, and Mitch decided to play well in the fourth quarter. And here he did. Oh, Anthony Miller, 27-yard TD. They were down early, but the fourth quarter was big. Trubisky, 20 for 36, 242, and 3 TDs. More importantly, no interceptions. Right here, Lions had a chance to win it. DeAndre Swift dropped it. Mitchell Trubisky, though, give him credit where credit is due. Bears doing their thing after being down. They win this one 27-23.
Steelers are coming up from Pittsburgh. They'll be taking on the Giants here on the East Coast. It's game 1 of Monday Night Football. The Titans are taking on the Broncos late night after that. I don't know how we're going to sleep or not sleep or do whatever we need to do to get you those highlights tomorrow. Kyle, quick, what are you looking forward to? Starts like
what the Giants look like. We've already seen the Patriots and the Buccaneers unmasked. So much mystery about this team. Garrett, Saquon, Joe Judge, Daniel Jones, who plays defense. And also, It's kind of crazy if the Giants happen to lose tonight. Guess who's all alone in first place after week 1? Washington, like we all predicted. I'm looking forward to seeing Big Bloom.
I'm just excited to see Monday Night Football. You've got Kirk Herbstreit and Chris Fowler on the call for ESPN. And Big Ben Roethlisberger is making his return to the field. Excited for it. More football. I'm happy we got football back in our lives.
Yeah. I'm looking at the Broncos game. Drew Lock, and I call it the Broncos running backs the best duo in the business. What are we going to see from that backfield? Phillip Lindsay, Melvin Gordon. Can they show up and show out? It's going to be a good one. On the other side, King Henry. Hello.
The King will be there, of course. More Good Morning Football, of course, 3 hours after this. Apparently, we have lots of new viewers today, which I'm very excited about. We'll bring you those highlights tomorrow. And trust me, tomorrow we'll get to dig into these matchups and what happened. We'll sit on it. We'll have more space to talk. We hope you enjoyed the highlights. We'll be back tomorrow right here on Good Morning Football. Great job on the highlights, guys. You crushed it.
Good Morning Football is presented by Reese's Peanut Butter Cups.
Whether you're curling or crunching, running or riding, lifting or lunging, balance it all out with some ice cold serving and enjoying.
Diane retired and opened that pottery studio.
How'd you come up with all these backstories?
I got help from a pro. My financial professional explained to me all the ways Nationwide can help protect financial futures in Peytonville.
Nationwide can help the Greens get lifetime income as their son Kyle's moving back home. It helped set up a financial plan for Mrs. Garcia.
And he explained how Nationwide could help Mr. Paisley retire early and spend more time with his pal Peyton.
And their new band.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Don't forget the band.
I haven't.
It was the night before kickoff when all through the house, not a player was stirring, not even a grunt. Them nachos?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Brady polished his helmet to give it a gleam, excited for game day with his brand new team. The offense was nestled, all snug in their beds, as Doritos and touchdowns danced in their heads.
You're a very loud chewer.
I chew how I chew. To the front of the sofa, run down the hall. Now snack away, snack away, snack away, y'all, because kickoff is here, and it's game day, y'all.
That's a buffalo flatbread bullseye from my mouth to aim at. Oh, hiding, huh? The new grilled buffalo chicken papadilla. Tangy buffalo sauce, grilled chicken, and melty cheese for just $6. Papa John's.
Incomparable design makes it beautiful. State-of-the-art technology makes it brilliant. The visionary Lexus NX.
Lease the 2020 NX 300 for $339 a month for 36 months.
Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Want to dominate your fantasy league?
Let's go points, man!
Our experts have the insights to give you the winning edge.
He's got the skills. He's got the speed. The dude is like a rocket.
NFL Fantasy Live, today at 5 on NFL Network.
Boy, they was wrong. Boy, they was gone. Know it's what they called. Everything I did, everything I lived through was worth. Yeah, I never did an eye for an eye. Prior to the side, I was getting by for days. Now I'm fresh by.
Go to NFLshop.com and get free shipping.
My friends Peter Schrager, Nate Burleson, and Kyle Brandt. Our show brought to you by Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. Happy Monday. Let's go to Los Angeles, guys. SoFi Stadium opened up a historic night. The Cowboys were in town, Kyle.
Inglewood, California. Let's look at a $5 billion stadium. How does that work? You put down 10%, you put down $500 million for that place? Because it looks like it. Mike McCarthy, ninth head coach in Dallas Cowboys franchise. Here comes Dak Prescott. Does not have a long-term deal. But he has a very good running back down 7-0 in the second quarter. He's going to go to Zeke, and Zeke runs out of bounds. No, he doesn't. He jukes out the entire Rams depth chart. This was a hell of a move right here. He goes, and then jump cut right out of the Madden Xbox console. And look at this. He's got this tattoo on his stomach that says "Feed Me." It even has a spoon on it. We got takes on that "Feed Me" tattoo. Hold on a second, though. We'll get to him. 14-13 Dallas, third quarter. Malcolm Brown with the stiff arm, and he's in. Rams' run game looked really nice. That was Brown's second touchdown of the game, looking really good. Now, fourth quarter, the money quarter, the late-night quarter if you're on the East Coast, 20-17 Rams. Under 12 minutes to play. Dak Prescott on a 4th and 3. Oh, what a play by Jordan Fuller. Jordan Fuller, the rook, the 6th-rounder, tackles CeeDee Lamb for the stop. Now 3rd and 5. Dak looking to the sideline. He's got his guy. Look at Jalen. Oh, my goodness. Jalen makes an awesome play on Amari Cooper. That's how you get a 5-year, $105 million deal. Now we just got to get Jalen Ramsey a swimming pool because he was all over the place, including at the very, very end. All right, here we go. 31 seconds left. You're down 3. You didn't win any big games last year. Look at this pass from Dak. Boom, he's got Gallup. They're off and running. We're going to overtime. Wait, did I see some yellow laundry? Yes, they called this offensive pass interference on Gallup. I don't know. We'll get into it in a second. Stand by. But that was the last real meaningful play of the game. It was over. The play came all the way back. Offensive pass interference on the Cowboys wideout effectively ended it and robbed us of OT. The Rams win at SoFi Stadium. The Cowboys start 0-1. And that 1 after the O stands for the DEFCON. They're already in. Let's hear from their first-year head coach, Mike McCarthy, after stumbling out of the gates. What do you think, Mike?
I think it's all part of the growth of an NFL season. You have to improve throughout the season. Number one, you have to win. You know, we needed to find a way to win that game tonight, and we didn't get that done. And we got to make sure we walk away from this opportunity and learn from it and be better, you know, for our home opener in 7 days. And that's really the reality for where we are. You know, the only thing that we won't accomplish this season will be a 16-0 season. That's the only thing that's guaranteed. But everything else is in front of us.
Head guy in charge of the D handed an L in his coaching debut there. That's Mike McCarthy. We'll get to it. Peel back the curtain a little bit, Nate. We get on the call in the morning. It's 5-something in the morning. Little groggy, very excited to talk about all this. And we're talking about the PI call, where it's Monday morning. We want to talk highlights, but the penalty interference is what has to be discussed.
Yeah, well, that's what all the Cowboys fans are sitting back talking about. My phone lit up. Every Cowboys fan, they're sitting there texting me saying that's a BS call. But then every Rams fan that I know said, no, it's the right call. Let me break it down for you. As a wide receiver, you're taught not to extend your arm. Jalen Ramsey, he's giving the signal to the ref, throw the flag. You'll see Gallup right here. He's going to extend just a little bit. Once you fully extend that arm, that gives the refs the sign that they can throw the flag. Now, it's up to them to let it happen, let them keep playing a little rough like NBA playoffs in the 90s, or you can throw it in nitpick. As a wide receiver sitting here on the show, I'm here to tell you that I'm perfectly fine with the call. I get that you might be upset, but here's the thing. You extend, they'll throw the flag. If you hit them with a chicken wing, you get the same type of separation.
After the game, and the official said this: clearly there are 2 officials from 2 different angles that had a very good look, and they didn't hesitate whatsoever. It was clear and it was obvious. Hey, they made the call, and it wasn't just 1 official, 2 officials. Just so happens the Rams have some pretty good luck when it comes to these controversial pass interference calls.
I hated the call. Absolutely hated it. I feel like SoFi Stadium is about 10 miles from Staples Center. This did feel a lot like the NBA. Specifically, it felt like a star call. I honestly wonder, did Jalen Ramsey being Jalen Ramsey have anything to do with that call? For example, if it was Troy Hill, the Rams' other corner, are they calling that? I'll do another one. If it wasn't Michael Gallup, if it was Amari Cooper, or even if it was CeeDee Lamb wearing number 88, did they call that? No. I think you had a $100 million household name cornerback who sold it pretty well, by the way, And they called it. I don't think they should have. I think it was ridiculous. I think the Cowboys were robbed, and we were robbed of overtime. I hated the call. Let the players play. Give me something egregious if you're going to throw that flag. Did not like it. Referee radio on a Monday. Let's go to the phones, okay?
I know, I hate talking about the call, but we must. Hit us up at GMFB. Let us know how you feel. We are challenging ourselves as a show to hit as many highlights as possible in this hour, the next, and the hour after that. But let's get some headlines, too. Ian Rappaport is standing by, joining us actually right now at Rap Sheet. Tough injuries on both sides of the ball last night for the Cowboys. What's the latest on Blake Jarwin and Leighton Vander Esch?
Well, we'll start with Leighton Vander Esch. The nerve center of this Cowboys defense this year was the play caller, and I know someone the Cowboys had high expectations for. Sources said he suffered a fractured collarbone early in that game yesterday. Just a couple snaps, was trying to make a play. Ended up, you're seeing it right here, getting tested. Nothing to do with the previous neck injury. This is a collarbone, but he's going to go on injured reserve, probably going to be able to return in about 6 weeks. So a tough one, but certainly not devastating or season-ending for the Cowboys. And then there was the injury to Blake Jarwin, the promising tight end, who signed a 4-year, $22 million contract extension in the offseason. He is believed to have suffered a torn ACL, a non-contact injury. He's going to get an MRI today. But if the MRI confirms the initial diagnosis and those on-field tests are pretty good, then Jarwin would be out for the season. A big hit to depth at the tight end position in Dallas.
Several injuries to go over during our show. Ian, we appreciate you being here. It's a big day. Lots of highlights, lots of fallout and analysis. And speaking of highlights, Nate, what's next?
Let's get to it. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, New Orleans Saints, and there's your QB1 for the Bucs. Tom Brady looking good in the 2-year, $50 million deal. First quarter, Tom Brady dropping back. Who is he looking for? Chris, God, all I do is win. Wearing number 14 now. He gave the 12 over to Tom Brady, and Tom Brady thanks him right there with a beautiful ball. He's feeling it. They're looking good thus far. 7 plays later, Tom Brady calls his own number. He gets in. He's pretty good at this quarterback sneaks. 2-yard touchdown. Oldest player to score a TD in NFL history. 43 years, 41 days old. Spike that thing. Oh, man. We were all excited at this point. It's looking like a game. Second quarter, Tom Brady. Who is he looking for? His #1 wide receiver, and it sails. That is intercepted by Marcus Williams, one of the best young players on the defensive side of the ball in the league. Watch it again. Mike Evans, he kind of stops. Tom Brady lets it go. He sails it a little bit. A miscommunication, to say the least. He's frustrated. Okay, now, what are the Saints going to do? They're going to take advantage. Watch this. Alvin Kamara, he looked good. Oh, man. I was once told never judge a player while he's banged up. Last year, Kamara kind of limped through the season. He looked faster than ever and worth every single penny. Later in the second, Tom Brady dropping back. He's looking to make something happen. And no, that is incomplete. Brady is furious. He's looking at the ref, talking to the ref. He's saying, make the call. Tom Brady, passionate. We loved it, but it didn't necessarily translate to production. All right, third quarter, Tom Brady dropping back, and that is picked off by the Jackrabbit. That Saints defense is doing their thing. Watch it again. Tom Brady just staring down his wide receiver. And if you do that to the Jackrabbit, that is going to be a house call. Pick 6. Brady's first multi-interception game since Week 16, 2018 versus the Bills. Okay, are they still in it? Do they still have a chance? Wide open, back of the end zone, O.J. Howard off the play action. He spikes it. Okay, we got ourselves a game. They trailed 24-17, head into the fourth. Same score, Brady looking to lock it up. Let's go to the kitchen. The cook. Oh, yeah. The cook was making something special, and that is a recipe for a game ender. And this is going to ice it. Emmanuel Sanders gets on in for the 5-yard touchdown. Emmanuel Sanders is the X factor on every team. If you sign him, you're most likely going to ball out. The Saints were going to win 34-23. And I will say this, from the very beginning of the game, they had control. And speaking of losing control of a couple of those balls, here's Bruce Arians talking about the turnovers Tom Brady had.
One was a miscommunication between he and Mike, and he thought Mike was going down the middle. It's a different coverage. Mike read it right, and he should have been across his face, but Tom just overthrew it. And the other one was it was a screen pass with an outlet called, and he threw the outlet, and it was a pick 6. Bad decision.
Wow, Bruce Arians putting both of those picks on Tom Brady's head, defending the receivers and other players. We'll dig into all of this throughout the show, of course. How concerned are you, Peter, with Brady's Week 1 performance? That defense got after him.
Didn't look good, Kay. Did not look good. And what really is interesting is that the Buccaneers were sloppy yesterday. So there was that strange kickoff play where they made a special teams error. There was a blocked kick. There's a lot of things that the Patriots don't make those mistakes. The Patriots never have issues. The Patriots are always disciplined. There's not sloppiness. So here's Brady overthrowing receivers and looking at them and saying, come on, like, what are we doing here? Well, last year we sort of said, look who he was throwing to. It was N'Keal Harry and Jacoby Myers. And we almost had built-in mistakes and excuses for Brady. I don't know. Evans and Godwin are pretty good receivers. Fournette and McCoy are pretty good running backs. I think Ronald Jones played fairly well. O.J. Howard looked good. Like, Brady didn't look great, and the Buccaneers did not look so crisp yesterday. This could be a long season for Tom Brady. It's all great in the offseason when we're enjoying the sunshine and the Instagram stories and everything. But, like, when the bullets were flying yesterday, Brady didn't look so hot, and the rest of the team had some rough edges also. It's going to be very interesting how this goes, but that was not a great first week for Tom Brady.
Peter, we know Brady is the GOAT. He looked like the GOAT from the Adam Sandler CDs. You button-hooked me. I didn't know you were going to button-hook me. What was that? And I would only ask a question. Where in the ever-living hell was Gronk in this game? If he doesn't have chemistry with Godwin or Evans and the offense isn't running, but the one thing we had to lean on was Gronkowski. 2 catches, a 9-yarder and a 2-yarder. I feel like Brady had better chemistry with Janoris Jenkins than he did with Gronk. I don't know what happened here. It's not even like they couldn't hit him. They only targeted him 3 times. This is your future Hall of Fame tight end. Feed him the ball, Tom. If anything else, this is what you're going to hang your hat on. Biggest mystery of the game is 87, poof, was not to be found. They got to change that fast.
You guys are both right. But listen, just like I said all last week, the Saints got after Tom Brady. I knew they were going to win the game. The defense was spectacular. Saints, 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 Saints. All jokes aside, listen, the Saints defense was great because there were times where they would rush 4 and drop 7, and they were dropping underneath everything that Tom was doing. More than anything, this could be a blueprint moving forward. Tom has never been a threat to run. He's 43 years old. So if you can land home rushing 4, maybe 5 guys, drop everybody in the coverage, you'll have a good chance of rattling this defense. I'm not jumping off the Bucs bandwagon just yet, but I got to give the Saints credit.
You're so right. We've seen it before. We've seen the blueprint. The Giants left it twice and got Super Bowls off of it. You have to be aggressive. It's a high-risk strategy, of course. You know, he'll dink and dunk you to death, but they were aggressive. It played off. More highlights ahead. We'll be back on Good Morning Football. Browns Ravens next.
Good Morning Football is presented by Reese's Peanut Butter Cups.
He's got the ball, looking downfield. He's going to have to hurdle the tiny trike. Look at him tiptoe free. Oh, what a spin move. This dad will not be denied his hearty meat and veg. Campbell's Chunky Soup that eats like a meal.
If sweat is your body's natural way of cooling itself down, then condensation is a beer's natural way of saying, drink me.
How? What? What they doing out there? 6 on 6 between the sticks, tossing out trick plays like a magician on Wednesday. Did this dude just do this? The Yard got spokes player on mute.
Rated E for everyone.
Bill Belichick?
Really?
You're right. I should get a delicious footlong from Subway. That would be better.
Now you look better, too.
Now get a free footlong when you buy 2, because it's footlong season.
At NFL Network, we're here for Thursday and the Battle of the Buckeye State.
I woke up feeling dangerous.
We're here for number 1 pick against number 1 pick. For AJ and OBJ. For warp speed and sheer power.
What a catch.
For an old rivalry in a new era. We're here for Thursday. Bengals, Browns, Thursday Night Football. Thursday at 8, only on NFL Network.
It's not just because Boll & Branch organic cotton sheets are incredibly soft. They are. And it's not just that they're free from toxins and made by people who are paid and treated fairly. That's true too. It's because home is where the magic happens. And with better sheets made in safer ways, home makes the world a better place. Boll & Branch. Right now, try for 30 nights risk-free and get free shipping at bollandbranch.com.
It's 2020. You can get lattes and car rides and toilet paper instantly on a phone you unlock with your face. And if you had the Thumbtack app, you'd be able to hire people just as fast, like painters and cleaners and plumbers. Thumbtack's the app that finds local pros for you. It shows you prices, reviews, and when they're available. Now you can fix your house the same way you do everything else, with an app. Download Thumbtack today.
Two games left on the Week 1 slate. Those are tonight, and then we are on to Thursday right here. NFL Network to battle the Buckeye State. It's Bengals-Browns Thursday night football. Take a look at Joe Burrow on the national stage this Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Cannot wait. Only on NFL Network.
That's right. Can't wait for that. We are excited. And so was LeBron, waking up excited as hell for NFL football Sunday Week 1. All day long, I'll be watching. Let's go. Hashtag Browns. Hashtag Dog Pound. Well, let's get to some highlights then. Browns, Ravens, Odell Beckham. He would struggle on the day. Baker Mayfield looking to get Odell started. You know, they said that they had a combination. They're working on their chemistry. That was broken up by Marcus Peters. A little frustration on the offensive side of the ball for the Browns, to say the least. But the Ravens, oh, they looked good. They looked just as good as the Chiefs. I'll tell you what, this dude could easily repeat as the league MVP, and there's Odell. A little frustrated, but the Ravens went big in the AFC North divisional matchup, 38.
But there is a new quarterback in the AFC, Nate, and there he is. Cam Newton wearing number 1. Bill Belichick, first season without Tom Brady as his quarterback in 20 years. And Cam comes out of the gate, rushing right, 5-yard touchdown. Patriots lead 7-0. Cam Newton's 59th career rushing touchdown. The Kraft family's happy. Look at McDaniels. This is fun. We're having a good time here. All right, play action. This is what's key for Cam Newton, because we're going to run the ball. You can also do some play action. And here it is, 1st and 10. Cam looking. It's a laser across the middle. First down, move the chains. Cam, play action. Another pass. First down, move the chains. Cam Newton did a bunch. He ran play action, or they rushed on 83% of their plays. Thank you for the next-gen stats. The 2019 average, only 55%. Here's Cam rolling right. Look at him here. You're going to lower that shoulder, Cam. Nope, that's in there. Touchdown. Cam Newton looks like he did before the injury in 2018. Fantastic run. Cam Newton looking alive and looking good. All right. Let's go to the 4th quarter here. All right. This is it. The knee. It's 1st and 10. They're going to end this thing, and then this is when things get a little hairy here. Pushing, shoving. The talk was that they were grabbing his necklace the entire game. Someone tries to rip his neck off there. Tempers are flaring. Cam, don't let that take away your joy. He goes to the locker room, but Cam Newton, 75 rushing yards for a quarterback. Matt Castle did 62 in 2008. Brissett had 48 a couple years ago, but Cam is obviously a different type of quarterback than Tom Brady. Let's hear Bill Belichick speaking about Cam, and let's see and hear Cam himself, because his outfit did not disappoint.
He's very, very unselfish player. He's a great teammate. He's earned everybody's respect. Really daily. He played well today. He hit a lot of passes. He ran the ball well. He led the team. He made some good checks and adjustments. So I thought that he did a good job.
This is the new normal. And I think it's time for everybody, including myself, to realize this is what it's like. I think it hit me full circle today. And, for me to just kind of realize that I'm a New England Patriot, and I'm just going to embrace this whole moment.
I'm embracing this this moment. You got a little taste of it on the Zoom call, but here's the entire fit yesterday in full. Let's talk about Cam. Kyle, he led the Patriots with 15 carries. The Patriots ran it 42 times to just 21 passes. I right away think, okay, that's great. Is that sustainable? What did you make of Cam out there looking healthy and awesome?
First of all, looked healthy and awesome walking in. Looked like Dick Tracy, headed to Oysters with lips manless. I absolutely loved the look, walking into his watch. 15 carries is an awesome number. We've spent this whole offseason being like, what's the offense going to look like? What's the offense going to look like? And I think we've each taken our turn saying, well, you know, Jordan had to learn the turnaround jump shot. He had to change his game. No, this is not the turnaround jump shot. This is Jordan still dunking and hanging his tongue out. It was awesome. It was like the McDaniels and Belichick said, look, we got Cam Newton. If you think we're not running it, we did not get Cam Newton to sit here and throw it 40 times a game. It was designed runs. It was ad-libbed runs like this one. So powerful, such a throwback. This was a nearly perfect performance by Cam.
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned Dick Tracy. I guess Bill Belichick is mumbles because we never understand what he's saying. This was great. You know, for Cam Newton not to have to throw the ball and lead his team in rushing, keep this in mind, too, moving forward. Out of all the starting quarterbacks, Cam has had the least amount of time to learn the playbook. Now imagine what he's going to look like in 4 weeks, in 8 weeks, in November, December. Cam could easily win a Super Bowl this year, and I mean that with all sincerity.
I just think it's so cool that McDaniels and Jed Fish and these guys didn't try to force Cam into what their offense is. I hate that when it's this offensive coordinator's coming in and he runs this kind of offense. He runs that kind. No, they're like, we've got Cam Newton. Let's use him to the best of his abilities. And what we saw yesterday was Cam Newton 2018, the start of the season, lowering the shoulder, felt healthy. And this play I love, 4th and 1. Look at all the tight ends and linemen, and the fullback comes out next to him. Look at this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Everybody on a 4th and 1 is set up to block for Cam, and look at him go. He'll get that extra yard, and he'll just rumble in there as far as he can and move the chains. They're using Cam Newton right. That's what Cam Newton does, and they didn't have to say, Cam, you have to learn our offense. No, we'll build an offense around you. You're one of the greatest physical specimens in the sport. I love seeing Cam in that Patriots uniform play the way he did. Congrats to the Patriots for being so flexible and building an offense around their star.
Yep. Is it going to hold up over entire season? The question for me at GMFB there. Hey, Kyle, tell me about my fantasy quarterback, Aaron Rodgers.
Maybe I will. Let's go to a stadium where the Patriots lost the Super Bowl. This is Packers-Vikings. Special moment before the game. George Floyd's family was in attendance, guests of the Vikings. They were honored in a moment of unity. It's pretty special. Now, as for the football, 8-7 early Green Bay. Last minute of the first half. Look at Rodgers and look at Devontae. Boom! Gosh, those guys are good. Their chemistry is crazy. Devontae is so talented. So they got the touchdown before the half. That's nice to go in like that. You're up 15-7. Kirk Cousins, you going to try to get him in field goal range? No. Cousins drops back. This is only his 4th pass of the game, and it's almost halftime. It's picked! Jair Alexander gets it, so the Packers naturally take a knee. I don't remember. Do they set up a Mason Crosby field goal? You know, all the games run together yesterday. Wait a second. What's Rodgers doing? Marquez Valdez-Scantling. 6. Oh, my gosh. Off the top rope. 43-34. We got hugs. We got chest bumps. And we have Aaron Rodgers going nuclear in week 1.
More highlights ahead. Couple of rookies with impressive debuts. Joe Burrow was one. Chase Young. Man, we'll talk about Carson Wentz as well. 8 sacks on Carson Wentz.
Football is a microcosm of America. All races, religions, and creeds side by side. When we open the door for others to compete, we fulfill the promise of one nation. I am asking you to believe in your ability to bring about change, to be the best team we can be, working and living together.
Each year, Americans waste over $21 billion by overpaying on car insurance. Enter the Zebra.
Another car insurance ad?
No, the Zebra compares them all and shows you who can actually save you money. Compare car insurance for free at thezebra.com.
We are loaded with every touchdown from every game to the end zone every Sunday afternoon.
Wide open.
open for the touchdown. We were built for days like today.
Stay tuned to get a free crisper tray from Granite Stone. Why is it every time you go to cook a family meal, you have to search for pots, pans, and lids? Well, all that's about to change. Introducing Stackmaster by Granite Stone, the ingenious nonstick cookware set that stacks to fit all in one place and takes up a fraction of the space. Plus, each piece of Stackmaster cookware is pressed from a solid aluminum disc, then fitted with a stainless steel induction plate for even heat conduction and coated 3 times with our durable non-stick Granite Stone finish that's so good, burnt on cheese, caramel, and chocolate just doesn't stick. Stackmaster is oven rated up to 500 degrees for outstanding roasting and baking. Plus, all Stackmaster cookware is 100% dishwasher safe and PFOA free. Look, you'd expect to pay over $400 for a professional quality cookware set. But during this special TV introduction, you can get the complete Stackmaster 10-piece set, not for $400, $300, or even $200, but for the factory direct price of just 5 easy payments of $39.99. And for everyone who calls or goes online to order today, we're going to drop 1 payment. You get it all for just 4 easy payments of $39.99. Stackmaster cookware is so durable it comes with a 10-year warranty. As a bonus, we'll include our self-draining fry basket, our stainless steel steamer insert, and our gourmet recipe guide absolutely free. And there's even more. As a bonus, you'll get our Granite Stone crisper tray, the fast, easy, non-stick way to fry up your favorite foods. No grease or oil needed. Together, they're a $60 value. Yours free. That's an incredible 15-piece Stackmaster set, all for just 4 easy payments of $39.99. Plus, we'll ship your entire order free. That's right, free shipping. Order now.
To order, call 1-800-957-2324. That's 1-800-957-2324 or order online at buystackmaster.com.
To all the greatest fantasy teams like you, Mahomes, cooking, you signed up with NFL Fantasy, drafted a team, and you're in for a chance to win a trip to Caesar's Palace for your league playoffs. Exclusive experiences with DK Metcalf, Derrick Henry, and more. Download the NFL Fantasy app today.
Do you love your NFC East football? You know you do. It is Washington. It is Philadelphia. Ron Rivera, we know he is battling something much bigger than football. Peter will have details on that later, but this is his debut for Washington. It's all going Philly. 17-0. Wentz is cruising. It's Ertz. It's Goddard. And then wait a second. Everything changes. Fabian Moreau out on an island out there with Val Kilmer, and he gets intercepted. Is that going to change the whole game? It is. 17-0. What? How's that? 17-17. See how quickly we did that? And then we have Peyton the Barber Beefcake with his 2nd touchdown, punching it in. And guys, Washington has gone on a run. They win 27 straight points. Haskins, Rivera, congratulations.
All right, Chargers, Bengals. And there's your #1 overall pick, Joe Burrow. After taking some shots early in the game, he took this one all the way in. 23-yard touchdown. I'll tell you what, this young man got some juice. He got some sauce. He got some flavor. And he got some composure. All right, they're down by 3. Check this out. Go-ahead touchdown. Toe drag flag. Is it so? Hayward says a push-off. I want you guys to take a look at this. He runs a pylon route, fakes the fade. And yes, he extends the arm. Guys, I'll tell you again, you got to use the chicken wing. The rest won't call it. Joe Burrow, I know you're upset. I'm just giving you facts. Okay, let's tie it up after a long drive, and Bullock pulls it. Yeah, Randy Bullock, 30 yards away. He pulls it to the right, and it looks like he pulls his calf. I'm not going to make a joke about it until I find out what happened. And there is the new meme, the Joe Burrow face. The Chargers, they win this 16-13. And here is Joe Burrow on his loss and that potential go-ahead touchdown that was called back.
His bang play. At the end of the day, you know, I made too many mistakes to win the game, and we just didn't make enough plays. So, you know, whether that call goes our way or not, a lot of calls are going to go a lot of different ways throughout the game. And then, you know, I missed AJ on a deep ball, missed John on a deep ball, and threw the interception. That just can't happen. Playing very well on offense, but we started to get a little rhythm there in the 2-minute drill, and you know, I felt like we were going to go down and win the game. And if we didn't win, we were going to score some points and go into overtime. But you know, things didn't fall our way. Like I said, we just made too many mistakes.
He'll be on Thursday Night Football taking on the Browns right here on NFL Network. Schrags, he was sacked 3 times. He was hit 6 times, but those numbers don't tell the story. This kid was under constant pressure the entire game. It was hard to get to his receivers. He was very impressive. No preseason action, but it's going to be a long year for Joe Burrow. What did you make of his performance?
What I appreciate of Joe Burrow here, Kay, is that he didn't come out and say, yeah, look, we should have had that one. I don't know if he pushed off, and that should have been a touchdown, and then Bullock should have made the kick. They asked him how he would assess his performance. He said, I give myself a D. Like, this is a guy who demands a high standard and has a high level of expectations for himself. He said he wanted to give himself a D. He said he missed the one to A.J. Deep. He's taking the criticism and the brunt of it on himself when truly, Kay, I thought he was fantastic yesterday. I thought he led the team up and down the field when they had to and put them right in the spot and position to score. But this is a leader and this is a face of the franchise. Remember, this is the first time he has lost a game since November of 2018 after going undefeated at LSU all last year. I think there's a bright future for Burrow. This play here, like, I'm going to follow my blocker. I'm going to go. I'm excited to see him. Like, they play Thursday night on our network against the Browns. I can't wait to see this guy again. I know it's just a 4-day wait, but I thought Burrow was fantastic yesterday, and I love the fact he put the game on himself, the quarterback. And he did it in his first career performance when he easily could have deflected the blame somewhere else.
He got it. He got the sauce. He got the flavor. He got the confidence. He was taking shots early. I mean, Bosa was all over him. But he picked himself up, dusted himself off, and then got after it. Everything about Joe Burrow yesterday, I loved. Of course, he made some mistakes. He missed some throws. He's a rookie in his first ever debut and still had a chance in that final drive cooking. Boom, 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 down the drill, 2 minute. Had a chance to win it, but kicker let them down. I'll just call it what it is. But Joe Burrow is my new favorite young quarterback. Bengals, I need a jersey.
I love it. Get him the jersey, and if all goes well for Joe Burrow, as I think it will, someday 20 years from now, the answer to a trivia question will be Randy Bullock. You got to make this kick. It's a 31-yarder. Your rookie quarterback just played his heart out. You got to make the kick. There was this incredible cutaway of the Bengals booth and their coordinators throwing the headset off. We missed the 31-yarder. Burrow can't do a lot more on this. He had a perfect press conference. He had a near perfect. Look at that face. I feel for the kid. 31 yards. Look at, there's the shot. Oh my God, he missed the kick. That's how I felt too. And I'm not a Bengals fan, but I'll tell you this, I was that impressed with Burrow. I already think that the Bengals should be favored Thursday night against the Browns based also on what the Browns didn't do. Burrow looked great. He's going to be good.
Kyle, all I did was think about the Chargers in that moment. The Bengals out-Chargers the Chargers when it came to losing with a kick like that. They had to be like, what just happened? This usually happens to us. We've got more highlights on the way. Thanks for being part of our show. Thanks for making us your choice. This Monday morning, we've got all the highlights. But this year's training camp was nothing but normal. We're going to get to some other viewpoints and your questions, maybe your comments. I want to hear more about what happened with some more highlights. Who's next? Cowboys Rise.
All right, SoFi Stadium. Al Michaels was loving it. A lot of talk about Hollywood Park. There's your Hollywood star for the Rams. 14-13 down. Malcolm Brown, look at that stiff arm. He's in. Touchdown. The Rams running game looked good. I'm telling you, there was no Gurley hangover. They ran it a lot. Mike McCarthy looks like he's got a knee pad on his face. There's a giant mask. Good for you, Mike. But here we go. Dak Prescott, pass of the night, Michael Gallup. He goes, we're going to overtime. Wait a second. They called pass interference on the offense. And Nate Singer said, well, the extended and chicken wing that and Inspector Gadget this. Come on. How you calling that? How you calling that in that moment? Well, they did. And the Rams are 1-0. The Cowboys lose DEFCON 1.
They weren't the only NFC West team that looked the part, though. The Cowboys and Rams is one game. This was earlier today, and Russell Wilson picks up right where he left off last year, hitting DK Metcalf for a deep pass. Metcalf would finish with 4 for 95 and a tug. All right, the next Seahawks drive. Same score, 1st and goal at the Falcons 7. Russell Wilson's looking. His newest weapon, Greg Olsen, 7-yard touchdown.
Tug.
Seahawks, yeah, I went tug. Seahawks win 38-25. Russell Wilson was unbelievable. Threw 4 incomplete passes. Threw for 322 and 4 tugs. Let's go. Seahawks are red hot already to start the season.
I picked him as my MVP during prediction week. It's looking good already. High-scoring game for those of you who love fantasy football. And we know this is the new normal we're living in. There's different protocols. Training camp was an entirely different look. Well, we here at NFL Network decided to give an inside look at the facilities. We gave Seahawks tight end Will Dissly and Vikings running back Alex Madison cameras. We strapped them, and then we sent them into the world so we could get a sneak peek at what it looks like to be an NFL player in these wild times. This is the latest episode of Gaining Greatness, presented to you by Sleep Number.
Gotta mask up, get to work. Go Mariners. Part of my morning routine is brush teeth, make a bed, 5 pages of inspirational reading. This is my favorite spot in Seattle. You guys are getting all access today. Run back in the kitchen. This is my guy Stu. We got a little chicken sausage with a green onion.
We're doing half egg whites, half regular. What do you think?
I mean, let's just go 4 regular, man. I'm from Montana. We eat a lot of eggs.
What's up, everybody? It's Alexander Madison. Tapping in here from training camp. I'm going to give you guys an inside look on some things.
Not too bad today. Sanitize. Get your temperature checked again. Then you get a tracker, which is a little thing that you have to carry around.
So I got this little watch thing. Makes it easy to carry around our tracker.
Day 3, check mark. Let's go Vikings, baby.
That was a look inside the nostrils, inside the locker rooms, all of that. This is the full episode. You can, of course, go to NFL.com/Gaining Greatness to discover more of these stories. Up next, Nate was telling Kyler to use his legs. I remember you said that, Nate. Well, he did yesterday. The Cardinals shocking the defending NFC champs. How good are the Cardinals?
Bridgestone Turanza tires are engineered to make sure nothing comes between them and the road, especially not a little bit of water. That's clutch performance. Bridgestone, official tire of the NFL.
New appliances mean cool drinks, homemade treats, and freshening up your favorite fall outfits. Getting the appliances you love with the Home Depot also means saving, like up to 40% on select appliances. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
Progressive presents At Home with Baker Mayfield.
Hey, the rain's coming. Furniture's gonna get soaked.
Furniture?
I'll start at the top, you start at the bottom, we'll meet in the middle.
You mean like the stands?
Come on, with 2 people, it'll be twice as fast. Don't just stand there.
Everyone's so busy keeping up. Forget about the Joneses. We all on our telephones with the texts and the tweets and the beats. What he said, she said, can't even follow the thread. Down the hole, we all go. Me, I like keeping up too, with my Corona and my attitude. That's the fine life, baby.
The NFL is back, baby.
I'm up in my game at Best Buy with a big Samsung QLED TV. Amazing picture.
With QLED, it'll feel like you're sitting at the 50.
You're basically in the huddle. I'm calling plays in the huddle.
I just threw a touchdown.
I just threw 5 touchdowns.
I just got flagged for excessive talent.
I just waved to my mom in the camera.
My touchdown dance just basically went viral.
You can't see it, but I'm nailing it.
I just got a shoe deal.
I'm at the patent office trademarking my nickname.
That's a hell of a TV.
Upgrade to a big Samsung QLED from Best Buy. Bring the game home.
He's got the ball, looking downfield. He's going to have to hurdle the tiny trike. Look at him tiptoe free. Oh, what a spin move. This dad will not be denied his hearty meat and veg. Campbell's Chunky Soup that eats like a meal.
IHOP is all new breakfast feasts with eggs, bacon, crepes, and more. And we can't wait to welcome everyone back to try them. Except for bears. Yeah, bears can be bad. Come in or get a $0 delivery fee with Uber Eats.
Bridgestone Dueler tires are built to drive around the entire Earth 3 times. Now someone just needs to build the road. Now that's clutch performance. Bridgestone, official tire of the NFL.
Tonight on NFL Total Access, full Week 1 highlights, news, and analysis. Inside the hot starts, surprises, and fantasy studs, plus a preview of Monday night's doubleheader. Tonight, 6 Eastern.
This season, catch every snap from every game and all the plays in just 45 minutes. NFL Game Pass, where football never stops. Go to NFL.com/Game Pass to start your free trial.
Back on Good Morning Football, nothing but highlights today. Quick shout out to Bills Mafia, which are probably still partying up there in Western New York. What a win, a complete team win by them. Josh Allen looked good. Not a perfect win, Will Selva, but I'm happy for those Bills fans up there. We know they're all watching our show. On the other side of that matchup, what happened with Le'Veon Bell and the Jets?
Yeah, there was a lot of question about the injury that he had suffered yesterday. Of course, you might recall that in late August, Bell and Adam Gase had a disagreement over an apparent hamstring issue in practice. And remember, Lev was saying, hey, I'm fine, it's good. The hammy, no issues, no worries. Well, fast forward to Sunday, and Bell having to leave the game after suffering a hamstring injury in the second quarter after stumbling going for the pass. Gase saying he's mad at himself for allowing Bell to return to the game in the third quarter. Now, the extent of the injury is still not known. Bell, though, did finish the game with just 6 carries for 14 yards. Meanwhile, Colts running back Marlon Mack will undergo an MRI today after suffering an Achilles injury on Sunday. NFL Network's Mike Garafolo and Tom Pelissero reporting it's feared Mack tore his Achilles tendon. Rookie Jonathan Taylor and Naeem Hines will take over the rushing duties if Mack is lost for the season. And Cowboys wide receiver Michael Gallup called for a controversial offensive pass interference call on Jalen Ramsey late in a loss to the Rams, negating a big 47-yard catch that would have put Dallas in at least range for a game-tying field goal. As you would expect, Ramsey thought the officials made the right call on the play.
It was clear as day. If they wouldn't have called that, then I would have been highly upset. Yeah, that was clear as day, in my opinion. I don't know what y'all saw, but that's what I saw and felt out there.
Now, Kyle didn't like the call, but Nate was cool with it. And Peter, just remember, you got to use that chicken wing if you want to get away with it. That's the key, according to our guy, Nate B.
Week 1, Sunday, full slate of games. We come out of the show talking pass interference, and Nate Burleson gives us a lecture on the chicken wing. That is what you're watching. Good Morning Football. That's why we love it. And that's where we're going to go. Yep. Let's get some more highlights here. Yep. Will, thank you so much. This here is the Let's Bring the Game Home presented by Best Buy highlight, and it goes to the other game in that 4 o'clock window yesterday, Arizona versus the 49ers. Remember, this game was put in jeopardy due to the bad air quality, but officials cleared it right before kickoff. Garoppolo versus Kyler. Let's see some Kyler. Here we go. We'll go cut right to them being down 13-10. Kyler with maybe the run of the day. Woo! Sneaking it in and showing the ball. Kyler had a lot of Michael Vick-like qualities yesterday. Nate Burleson, you spent the entire offseason saying, Kyler, use your legs. We know you have it. You didn't do it last year quite enough. Cardinals would take the lead. But here we go late. Jimmy Garoppolo trying to get his team back in here. Jerick McKinnon. First time Jerick McKinnon is on a football field in 966 days. Gets the touchdown to give the Niners the lead. On the other end, though, Kyler off the back foot to DeAndre Hopkins. He would target DeAndre Hopkins 16 times in this game. Yes, 16 times, a career high for DeAndre. 20-17. Let's see how they get in the end zone. They push it in the pile. They do. Touchdown. But here's Jimmy G. All offseason we're wondering, can Jimmy G get the job done when it matters most? Fourth quarter, they're driving. They're inside the 30. Throws the deep pass. Oh, yeah. Kendrick Bourne thought he might have had it. Patrick Peterson, incredible. I don't know if it's luck or just placement off his helmet. All right. We're not done yet. Here we go. 4th and 5. Jimmy G. Looking. He's going to go to Trent Taylor, but the ball is broken up. Murphy makes the play. Everyone is excited. Cardinals go into San Francisco and beat the defending conference champions 24-20. The tweet afterwards from DeAndre said it all. That's what you all wanted to see. 14 catches on 16 targets.
I love it.
Unbelievable performance.
He had 151 yards. I am here for the tweets from DeAndre Hopkins. The Texans lost twice this week. Who knew? They lost Thursday night because they didn't have him, and then they lost again. Watching the Cardinals take down the Niners on the hands of a 33-yard catch, setting up the game-winning score. I love DeAndre Hopkins, huge difference maker. We hyped up this teammate, the Arizona Cardinals. Blake Shelton is watching. What did you make of the performance?
Incredible. Incredible. And speaking of incredible, it's like the movie when Dash realized how fast he was. That was Kyler Murray. Use your legs. The game is changing. An athletic quarterback leaving the pocket, it isn't like 30 years ago where you can get your head knocked off, guys can take out your knees. DBs are worried about where they hit you, how they hit you. They're not going to take a risk on getting a personal foul. And if you're in the pocket, they're also going to watch how they tackle you and land on you. The reason I bring all that up, if you are athletic and you can run, it is a distinct advantage. And if you're not using it, you're literally putting one of your superpowers in your pocket. And we saw it yesterday firsthand. Kyler Murray had this defense spinning all around. As fast, as strong, as aggressive as the San Francisco 49ers defense is, when Kyler Murray leaves the pocket, it opens the game up. If he does this all season long, you better watch on. Let me credit this show, too, because early in the offseason, we also said that the NFC West is the best division. And after this weekend's games, seems like we were right.
I'm a big fan of Elastigirl personally. Blake Shelton had a tweet about that win, about him suffering an injury. It's not safe for work. You can look up the tweet if you want. DeAndre Hopkins targeted 16 times, receiving 14 times. That's an amazing stat. For the first game he's ever played with the quarterback, it's like Kyler forced the chemistry. Your little sister's in from out of town and she brings her fiance for the weekend. So you sit down with that dude like, you and me are getting to know each other right now. Beers. So Kyler just kept throwing to DeAndre. 14 for 16 was incredible. This team is scary, guys, because the defense showed up too, Peter.
Yeah, they did, and that was exactly right. They were down 10-0 in this game. They had a blocked punt, and they also stuffed the 49ers on a 4th and 1 on the goal line. I thought it was a complete effort, and they got a lot of big plays from their deep. Look at this. This is a blocked punt when they're down 10-0.
Oh, yeah.
So huge. So huge. It's a game changer. You know, Kingsbury got all this hype about the offense all offseason. How about Vince Joseph's defense stepping up big also? And, of course, the special teams here. Cardinals complete victory. It's not easy going on the road, even with no fans, and going to win week 1 against a team that obviously has had your number over the last couple of years.
More highlights ahead. Our girl Dion Davenport on Twitter. We see you. We know you want Minshew Mania. We are bringing it to you soon after this. We're going to talk Chicago, guys. We are Bears fans. We're looking for Foles early on. By the 4th quarter, Mitchell Trubisky proved why he won the job. This was an emotional roller coaster for me. Highlights next.
The hottest new razor is taking the men's grooming world by storm. And if you don't have it, you need it. Micro Touch Solo, the hyper-advanced full-body razor that trims, shapes, edges, and even shaves with micro precision. And it's totally safe to the touch. Go solo for full body control with one tool. No nicks, bumps, or ingrown hairs. Edge beards and goatees with one touch. Clean your neck, barber shop perfect. And check this out. Snap on the guide to tame growth and perfectly shape your full beard. And keep new growth stubble trimmed exactly to your style. And look, the Solo Full Body Groomer trims precisely the length of hair you want. Snap off the guide and remove unwanted hair anywhere in seconds. What makes Solo different than your ordinary razor? Dual-sided German stainless steel blade. Shave up or down at 200 microstrokes per second. The Ultra Flex pivoting head contours perfectly to you for precise results. 3 custom grooming guides for control of exact length and shape. And a built-in LED light so you never miss a spot. Solo is so precise, you need no creams, no soaps, and no water. Ditch the old man clippers and toss the scissors. You've got to go solo. Call 1-800-418-2839 or go online at microtouchsolo.com and get yours now for only $19.99. Complete with German stainless steel blade, pivoting head, built-in spotlight, and 3 custom grooming guides. Everything you see here for just $19.99. The all-new MicroTouch Solo Full Body Groomer. The one tool that does it all.
Too busy to watch football all day?
Are you kidding me?
That's unfortunate. We'll catch you up with highlights from every game.
Buckle up. We're coming at you.
NFL Game Day Highlights, Sunday at 7:30, only on NFL Network.
To all the greatest fantasy teams like you, Mahomes, cooking, you signed up with NFL Fantasy, drafted a team, and you're in for a chance to win a trip to Caesar's Palace for your league playoffs. Exclusive experiences with DK Metcalf, Derrick Henry, and more. Download the NFL Fantasy app today.
We're all here for football.
That is how we start the show, baby.
It's about that time.
We're talking about those epic matchups.
He's got it! That was out of control.
It couldn't get any better than this.
And instant classics.
What a throw and catch!
This is going to live forever.
We're here for the Thursday night throwdowns.
He can do it all. He is the guy that makes everything go.
Sunday morning breakdowns.
Those guys are going to have to step up. They've got to reestablish the ground game.
And all the inside lowdown.
I got to be a part of that.
Brady has an agreement to join the Buccaneers.
He is ready to go.
Your team.
I think he is a great target.
Still going.
Our team.
The best wide receiver in the NFL.
Every team. If it happens in this league,
Why we love football.
we're all here for it.
It's on.
Wow.
Are you kidding me?
NFL Network. We're here for football.
Oh, wait.
It's going to be a good one. All right, here we go. Colts, Jags. Jags allowing limited capacity of fans, 25%. And turns out it was just enough. Phillip Rivers, the new starting quarterback for the Colts. And there is Gardner, Mustache, Minshew. He drops back. Who is he looking for? Oh, man, a wide receiver. And that is a touchdown to Keelan Cole, 22 yards. Jags would go up 24-20. Okay, Indy, what are you going to do? Phillip Rivers drops back. Who is he looking for? His wide receiver, but it is intercepted by Andrew Wigard. And he gets Wigard, and he gets in, and he gets the interception. Jags would win 27-20. Gardner Minshew goes wild.
Raiders, Panthers. Matt Rule really big in Waco. He and Chip and Joanna pretty much ran that town, but now he's in Charlotte. Fourth quarter, they're losing 27-50. You give it to Christian McCaffrey. Christian McCaffrey had a nice fantasy day. He put up stats. He spikes the ball, beats his chest. What's up, Christian? But was it enough? Next, Panthers drive down 5. Look at Teddy. Look at Teddy. He goes to Robbie Anderson, who was on a show like 20 minutes ago, just last week. And he's just as fast here as he was with his answers. He's a man of brevity. He's a concise responder, and he goes right to the end zone. Panthers lead. Are they going to steal this thing? Wait a second. Josh Jacobs had 57 carries yesterday. No, it wasn't 57. It was 25. It felt that way, though. He and Clyde Edwards-Helaire. What's up, Gruden? Yeah!
Wow. Gruden hair. Didn't know that was coming. All right, Josh Allen. Here we go. We're going to go back to the play. Watch Stephon Diggs here because this is a play to another receiver. But watch the block by Stephon Diggs. This is what we love about receiver play. When you can use yourself in a different way, he gets in front of Marcus May. Well done. 17-yard, untouched for his teammate, John Brown. All right, second quarter, 3rd and 6 from their own 29. The Jets had only 1 first down at this point. Dismal effort for the offense, and Darnold's looking, rolling left, and throws it across his body, and nope, that's intercepted. 9 interceptions in Sam Darnold's first 5 games there, and then, of course, the Bills, they go on to win by 10. Bills Mafia, go celebrate. You're up 1-0.
All right, let's go to the NFC North. One of the biggest storylines this offseason. Nick Foles not being the starter. Mitchell Trubisky wins the spot. Fourth quarter after being down early. Who is he looking for? Ooh, Anthony Miller, and that was a dime. 27-yard touchdown. Bears loving it. All right, still, Stafford. He has a shot. He's looking back in the end zone, and it is dropped. DeAndre Swift, the rookie, drops it. They would have a shot after that. It would get broken up. The Bears, they win this one, 27-23. And check this out, Bears fourth quarter comeback wins. Bears team history. And there it is, 2020 season. They were down 17. And Mitchell Trubisky, whatever you want to say about him, you better add the fact that he plays good against the Lions, and he played well in the fourth quarter this weekend.
Those first 3 quarters, Kyle, I was like, oh, boy. And then the fourth quarter, 8 of 10 for 89 yards and 3 touchdowns. It is hard to not be inspired and exciting by what was a magical comeback.
I'm honest, if nothing else, guys. I lost my nerve. At 23-6, I said you got to put Foles in. There's no way they can win this game with Mitch. He doesn't have it. I blew it. That's why Matt Nagy is the head coach. That's why he chose Mitch Trubisky. He goes. They call him Maserati Mitch in the fourth quarter. The problem is the first 3, he's Miata Mitch, and then he just turns it on. This throw to Anthony Miller was awesome. I mean, what is that? You cannot have a better throw and catch than that. Absolutely fantastic. He's got a lot to prove. We know he can beat the Lions, but just for one day, Matt Nagy was right to start him. He was right to leave him in. And Mitch, go get it, buddy. It was a hell of a comeback. No strings attached.
I know I'm supposed to talk about Trubisky and this great comeback, but just for a second, Lions fans, I see you. I took the Lions to make the playoffs this year. I thought things would change. What a terrible loss. What a devastating loss. You're up 17 in the fourth quarter at home, and you find a way to lose. And then DeAndre Swift dropping that pass, his first career game, just a heartbreaking loss. You think things are going to change, and then they don't. They don't yet. Let's see if they could turn it around. Matt Patricia crestfallen after that game, and obviously he's feeling what the fans are too.
Wait, Kyle, you said he went from Moped Mitch to Maybach Mitch? Is that what you're saying? He was balling out in that fourth quarter.
Miata.
Listen, yeah, Miata, okay. Through the first 3 quarters, it was a little bit of a struggle. I mean, they were down. But the fact that he showed that composure, everything that Mitch said about this offseason, understanding the competition, knowing he has to fight off Nick Foles, and then earning the trust of his team, that was a prime example of it in that fourth quarter.
Love it. We know you're waking up for your highlights from the Cowboys and the Rams out in Los Angeles. Open up SoFi Stadium. We'll bring you those. We'll hit all the highlights around the league. We'll talk Minshew. We'll talk Josh Jacobs after this.
I'm gonna order some pizza for the kids.
Or order Subway. We ate foot-long subs all the time growing up.
They ate it so much, Dad opened one up in the shed.
What's in the Italian BMT?
You come here every day.
Now get a free footlong when you buy 2, because it's footlong season.
Did you know Ring puts your whole home at your fingertips? Keep an eye on your stuff from here.
Excuse me.
See in the dark from there.
Can I help you?
Oh, no.
Keep out unwanted guests from here.
Hey, you're not getting into my house, mister.
Even lock your door from there.
I can do that?
Yep.
Cool.
With Ring, protect your whole home from anywhere. Smart security made simple. Learn more at ring.com.
With FanDuel, it's easy to find the perfect fantasy contest no matter how you like to play. From beginners only to the Sunday Million and even all new snake drafts. But to make game day even more perfect, we found the perfect live halftime entertainment. Tap dancing. Now, here comes the good part.
I don't like it.
With FanDuel, there's no easier way to find your perfect fantasy contest. Join today and play free all season long.
You know what hurts? What really hurts? The doctor's not available till next month.
What?
What really, really hurts? What really, really, really hurts? But you know what's painless? Using ZocDoc to find an in-network doctor and compare reviews. And what actually feels kind of good?
Wow, that's better.
A same-day appointment.
Thanks.
What just... To instantly book an in-person or video visit, download ZocDoc.
When you've got auto glass damage, SafeLight can come to you.
And you'll get a text when we're on our way. Just leave your keys on the dash, and we'll replace your windshield with safe, no-contact service. Schedule at SafeLight.com.
SafeLight Repair, SafeLight Replace.
From the #1 rated brand in cordless outdoor power, introducing the new Ego Power Plus blower, the handheld blower with unmatched power. It generates 650 cubic feet of air per minute, delivering performance that exceeds the power of gas. Featuring Ego's patented 56-volt arc lithium battery technology, it runs for over 90 minutes on a single charge. The all-new Ego Power Plus blower, available at Lowe's, Ace, and Ego authorized dealers.
Tonight on NFL Total Access, full Week 1 highlights, news, and analysis inside the hot start surprises and fantasy studs, plus a preview of Monday night's doubleheader. Tonight, 6 Eastern.
At NFL Network, we're here for Thursday.
I woke up feeling dangerous.
And number one pick against number one pick. We're here for Bengals, Browns.
How good is that?
Thursday Night Football. Thursday at 8, only on NFL Network.
This season, catch every snap from every game. And all of the plays in just 45 minutes. NFL Game Pass, where football never stops. Go to NFL.com/Game Pass to start your free trial.
Welcome to GMFB. We're presented by Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. Thanks for choosing us this morning. All the highlights you need, all the analysis. Nate Burleson with chicken wing. I don't even know what you were talking about. People are tweeting about that. Peter Schrager. We got to talk about Scooter Miller. We have so much to get to. The little superstars, the big performances. Kyle, take me to SoFi Stadium. Lead it off.
Down the street from Randy's Donuts and the legendary LAX In-N-Out, it is SoFi Stadium. It cost $5 billion and 6 years to build. They had to go through so much rain and so many NFL Network personalities taking pictures from planes. There's Dak Prescott. He's down 7-0 early in the second quarter. He's going to dump it off to Zeke. Nice little gain here, but what? Boomer, we missed you. And Zeke jukes out half of the Los Angeles Rams organization right here. Look at his 26 Rams that he misses them, and he gets in and he shows off a tattoo that says, "Feed me with spoons." Now, I don't know how that tattoo's going to look in 30 years. That might not age well, but it looks beautiful now. So does that man, Sean McVay. Down 14-13, he's going to run the ball. Malcolm Brown with a stiff arm. Touchdown. Brown's second touchdown of the game. Fourth quarter, though. This is the one you get the big bucks. This is why you're Dallas Cowboys head coach, Dallas Cowboys quarterback. 20-17 Rams. Dak dumps it, boom! Dumps it off to CeeDee Lamb. And this dude, Jordan Fuller, this rookie that Peter's talked about, thrust into the lineup, all of a sudden makes a huge play. Now 3rd and 5. Oh, my gosh, look at Jay. Not thrust into the lineup, thrust into the next tax bracket. Makes a great play on Amari Cooper. Had plenty to say about it afterwards. Did he make a great play at the end of the game? I don't think so, but we'll talk about that momentarily. Look at that. Dak Prescott 1-6 in one possession games. Well, here we are, 30 seconds left. All you need is a field goal, and he goes for it all. Michael Gallup, he's got him. The Cowboys are going to the Super Bowl. Wait, what was that UFO that flew across my screen? They called offensive pass interference here, and Nate pulled a hamstring and has a bulging disc in his back just trying to explain why it was the right call. I'm still totally lost, and so are a lot of Cowboys fans. Is that the new Dez caught it? Michael didn't interfere with it? I don't know, but I know this. The Cowboys are 0-1. The Rams are 1-0. And we got Sean McVay talking about Jared and Cooper and all the offense to get a big win at SoFi Stadium, man.
I thought he made plays in timely situations. I loved the throw when we were kind of backed up against our own end zone that he made the play in the play action to Cooper Kupp. I thought that was a big-time ballsy throw. And then he made some big third down conversions. I thought he managed the situation. I thought he did a great job getting us in and out of some of the right looks. So I was really pleased with all three phases being able to collectively contribute to the outcome while knowing that, hey, we've got a lot of things that we can look at, get better, and that's exactly where our focus and concentration will be moving towards Philly next week.
Let me show you something I loved. It's this. Big Malk with the tractor emoji. That is Gurley talking about his guy, Malcolm Brown. 110 total yards, 2 touchdowns, 21 touches. Traeger, he outshined the second-round pick, Cam Akers. Malcolm Brown goes back to the St. Louis Rams days, all those years sitting behind Todd Gurley. I love him getting some shine. I love this for him. What did you think?
Yeah, and
we saw what the Cardinals did. Seattle's looking strong.
Yeah.
NFC West is what we've been saying. It's a loaded division. And last night we're watching this game, and at some point you think, all right, one of these two teams it's going to take off. It's going to be a rocket ship. It wasn't. It was a game of X's and O's and down and distance and making the most of your opportunities. And that, to me, shows a lot of growth from the Rams. This is what Sean McVay wants to do. He wants to win games and win games chess match style. So in this one, they had the ball for 36 minutes. You know, they kept the ball out of Dak Prescott's hands. And when Dak had to make a big play, the defense stopped them. I love the fact that they opened up the stadium and there was so much hoopla and there was so much. No. Calmly run the ball with Malcolm Brown, run the ball with Cam Akers. Henderson got involved. I think the Rams look really well balanced and really well rounded. This wasn't going to be a laser light show. This wasn't going to be one of those fireworks explosions from the Rams. Instead, they won the game the best way they should. They grounded it out, and they found a way.
Despite all of the chaos that 2020 provided, the financial despair that a lot of people were dealing with, which is real, a lot of guys got paid in the NFL. It seemed like every other week there was a big contract. And Jalen Ramsey was recently one of those dudes. How do you back up getting paid? You ball out. And Jalen Ramsey did. He looked like a shutdown corner. Everything that he says he is, that's what he did. Check out this hit on Cooper. He rides the receiver to the sideline, peels back, hits Cooper, ball pops out. He's physical, he talks trash, and he can do it all. And he'll come up and thump you if you're a running back. I like what he provided for this team. There's always a big question. If you pay a running back big, pay a cornerback big, they're kind of that secondary position, pay a wide receiver big. But they paid Jalen, and he proved to be everything that he said he is. Let's see if he can do this consistently for 16 weeks.
Every week, the NFL churns out these great mic'd-up packages with great sound from different players, and we'll hear Jalen or we'll hear Mahomes screaming. Oh, that's going to be great. The coolest, most outrageous sound I heard all weekend came from the brand new, with the price tag still on it, uprights, when Rams young kicker Sam Sloman pegged this thing. Turn it up and listen to this. That was not a doink. That was like a... You ever go to a brand new house, they have a housewarming party, and somebody commits a major party foul, like they walk through a sliding glass door? That was them right then, and it didn't disrail them. Sloman almost knocked that thing over it, yet they still win by 3. It sounded like a broken slinky falling down a garbage disposal. Beautiful sound. Rams win.
There we go, KB. I love that, man. No crowd, you can hear everything. All right, let's get to some more highlights, guys. We got the Bucks. We got the Saints. Tom Brady, 2-year, $50 million deal. Okay, Tom Brady, let's see what you can do here. First quarter. He's looking for Chris Godwin. Does he connect with him? Yeah. Hey, thanks, Chris. Thank you for letting me rock number 12. I want to know the details of that deal. How much did Tom Brady give Chris Godwin to get the number 12 that he's rocking? Okay, Bruce, what you gonna dial up? He tells Tom Brady, keep it yourself, like he told him a secret, and he does. 2-yard touchdown, he spikes it, the intensity is up, and all of a sudden, the Buccaneers have an early lead. Brady with the Gronk spike, oldest player to score a TD in NFL history, 43 years, 41 days old, second quarter. Okay, Tom Brady dropping back, score tied at 7, and the ball sails. It is intercepted by Marcus Williams. 17 yards to the Buccaneers, 35. I want you taking a look at this. Looks like Mike Evans was going to bend it in. He decides to stop. He looks back. Tom Brady not feeling it. Anytime you see that chin strap pulled off like that, somebody made a mistake. Bruce Arians would have thoughts on that after the game. But this dude, he looked good. He looked fast. He looked strong. Alvin Kamara. Last year seemed like he limped through a couple of games. Right now, he looks healthy and worth every penny of that extension that he received by the Saints. Tom Brady dropping back, trying to throw it over the middle. That does not work. Incomplete pass. Tom Brady's talking to the refs. He thinks there should be a penalty. He's frustrated. 17-7 at half. Third quarter, Buccaneers, they got the ball. Tom Brady dropping back, and he is eyeing his receiver. But Janoris Jenkins is eyeing the ball. That is a pick 6. The jackrabbit. It seems like that's all he does, man. He will walk you down. If you're looking at him, he's looking at you, and that is going the other way. That was a big-time turning point in this game, but Tom Brady, he doesn't lose focus. He's still dapping up his guys. Down 24-7. Tom Brady drops back off the play action, wide open. O.J. Howard back in the end zone, 9-yard TD. Buccaneers, they trail 24-14. Okay, heading to the fourth quarter. Tom Brady, he's been here before. He's been down before, right? Fourth quarter. Drew Brees, he knows just how to ice the game. Pump fake on the sideline. Who does he hit? Beautiful ball. Jared Cook, 46 yards. The Saints offense, they are back in business. And who's he going to look for right here? The new guy, Emmanuel Sanders. All he does is just enhance teams. He's like the perfect seasoning. Just add them to anything, and it's going to taste better. And this offense looked better. They look faster, stronger, more explosive. And there's the two legends dapping it up after the game. The Saints were going to win 34-23. Drew Brees, 18 for 30, 160, 2 TDs. And speaking of Drew Brees, let's talk about this victory.
There was plenty of room to be more efficient. We weren't as efficient in the passing game as I know we can be and as I want to be. But at the end of the day, we were the beneficiaries of good field position, from special teams, blocking a kick, making some plays, defense, turnovers. Great, that really, I think we felt like, man, we always had the momentum every time we stepped on the field, which is a good feeling.
This is my Super Bowl pick for this one reason alone. It's a complete team. They won this game handedly, not perfectly. They definitely got things to work on, with Michael Thomas having 3 catches for 17 yards. That is the version of the Saints I want. I don't want him out there breaking records. I want it to be complete. I want to get guys like Latavius Murray and Jared Cook involved, and it's what they did. Peter, did they show to you that they're the best team in the NFC yesterday?
There's certainly an argument for it. The class of the Saints comes not only with their players and their depth, which is excellent, it's their head coach, Sean Payton. I mean, look at this decision on special teams. This reminds me back when they played the Colts in the Super Bowl, but this is later in the game, and they're trying to keep a lead, and what a bizarre play. And of course, the Saints find a way. That's Benny Fowler III, who played for years with the Broncos, was a practice squad member because you can add veterans. He recovers it, and the Saints are away and running. But this is the kind of stuff other teams don't do. And Sean Payton does it. He goes for the jugular. And that's going to be the difference this year for the Saints, because when you lose the way they've lost the last 3 seasons in the playoffs, you need to be able to still have that aggressive mode. And I love the way that Sean Payton came out and attacked the Buccaneers. Everyone talked about the Buccaneers, our show included, me included, saying how their defense is underrated and so great. Drew Brees sliced them up when he had to, and Alvin Kamara did the rest when it wasn't Brees. And then they did plays like that. Saints, very complete team, all 3 phases, and they might have the best head coach in football.
A programming note, someone we all know in workforce says they want to build an entire television show based purely on the sound of Sam Sloman of the Rams hitting the upright. It's going to be great. It's going to be called Who Wants to Be a Goalpost. In the meantime, no, are they the best team in the NFC? No, of course not. It's 1 week. Maybe the best team in the NFC South, but I'll say this. I want to be Alvin Kamara when I grow up, because I have not seen this Alvin Kamara in about 2 or 3 years. I don't care what his stats are. I don't care what his fantasy points are. I care about this. Watch this. They're going to toss it to Kamara. They have the angle. There's absolutely no reason this should happen. And then he hits the Jets. They called him out of bounds. I don't care. I have not seen that burst from Alvin Kamara in a good minute, guys. This is special. This is why you pay him. If Kamara's going to play like this, the Saints are going big, big, big places.
No doubt about it, Kyle. You're spot on. I know you say you don't care what the stats say. 7 dudes caught the ball. 5 guys rushed the ball. The variety within this offense. I remember seeing this a few years ago where the Saints were using everybody, and they weren't holding any punches. If they can get victories, and it's not just Michael Thomas, Alvin Kamara. I mean, our guy, Latavius Murray, he ended up leading this team in rushing. So when you have individuals that aren't your superstars making plays, that's trouble for any defense that they're going to face. And speaking of defense, their defense balled out. They got after the quarterback, the front 4 linebackers, and then those DBs, it's either PBUs or interceptions. When that ball's in the air, they turn into wide receivers. Shout out to the Saints.
And shout out to the defense on the Tampa Bay side. Your Super Bowl pick, Nate, they came to play. They are scary, that defense, especially against the run this season. Let's bring in Ian Rappaport. More highlights ahead. We want to get some info and headlines, though. Ian, good friend of the show, Ron Rivera, was out on the sideline yesterday, even though we all now know that he's battling cancer. Tell us about week 1 for the Washington football team.
Yeah, it's always important to note, Kate, when you're talking about the results and who played well and who coached well, that these are human beings doing this. We got a really good example with Washington coach Ron Rivera yesterday. His team went into halftime down big, and you'd think that would be a time Rivera would give some, resounding motivational speech to his team. But that was not what happened. He is, of course, battling squamous cell cancer, something that has been battling for the last several weeks. He gets treatment on Tuesday, obviously was not there for his team. Jack Del Rio filled in. And the plan to make sure that his energy was up was for him to get an IV at halftime to make sure he could come out of the second half and be his normal self. That meant he could not address the team. So what happened was Dwayne Haskins, their quarterback, addressed the team, got them fired up. Rivera talked to Albert Breer from MMQB about this, that he was in the other room. He heard a really high-pitched yell going at it and going at it. That was Haskins. Ended up rallying the troops. Rivera got back out there the second half, seemed like himself, seemed like he was normal, got the team going, and ended up with a big-time win, his first as the Washington head coach, despite really extraordinary circumstances as he continues to battle cancer.
Appreciate the update there, Ian. Big-time friend of our show. I don't think we've gone a couple of months, even in this past 4 years, without having him on in some way, shape, or form. So we continue to wish him the best as he continues the fight. Thank you so much, Ian. We'll talk a little bit after this. Superman, Cam Newton up there in Foxborough. We will get to it. We wondered all offseason, what's this evolution going to look like? Is he going to get it to Edelman every 3 seconds? Is he going to run? Well, we got our answer.
Bridgestone Turanza tires are engineered to make sure nothing comes between them and the road, especially not a little bit of water. That's clutch performance. Bridgestone, official tire of the NFL.
He's got the ball, looking downfield. He's going to have to hurdle the tiny trike. Look at him tiptoe free. Oh, what a spin move. This tab will not be denied his hearty meat and veg. Campbell's Chunky Soup that eats like a meal.
Tara, did you know Geico is now offering an extra 15% credit on car and motorcycle policies?
Wow, okay.
That's 15% on top of what Geico could already save you. So what are you waiting for? Idina Menzel to sing your own theme song?
Tara, Tara, look at her go with a fresh cup of joe, getting down to work early, following her dreams into taxidermy.
It's tax attorney.
I read that wrong, oh yeah!
Geico. Save an extra 15% when you switch by October 7th.
IHOP is all new breakfast feasts with eggs, bacon, crepes, and more. And we can't wait to welcome everyone back to try them. Except for bears. Yeah, bears can be bad. Come in or get a $0 delivery fee with Uber Eats.
The NFL is back, baby.
I'm up in my game at Best Buy with a big Samsung QLED TV. Amazing picture.
With QLED, it'll feel like you're sitting at the 50.
You're basically in the huddle. I'm calling plays in the huddle.
I just threw a touchdown.
I just threw 5 touchdowns.
I just got flagged for excessive talent.
I just waved to my mom in the camera.
My touchdown dance just basically went viral.
You can't see it, but I'm nailing it. I just got a shoe deal.
I'm at the patent office trademarking my nickname.
That's a hell of a TV.
Upgrade to a big Samsung QLED from Best Buy. Bring the game home.
Bridgestone Dueler tires are built to drive around the entire Earth 3 times. Now someone just needs to build the road. Now that's clutch performance. Bridgestone, official tire of the NFL.
Be good, be long, be right. Be right. No Barney's if that baby bopping for the hype. Had phone call, about to hit a play. On the weekend, in LA. Said you wouldn't get far. Boy, they was wrong, boy, they was gone. Know it's what they called. Everything I did, everything I lived through was worth it. Yeah, I never did an eye for an eye. Prior to the side, I was getting by for days. Now I'm fresh by half for days.
Go to NFLshop.com and get free shipping.
Jim and Joanne are here to pick up the same prescription. They both know the system is not on their side. They both know drug costs are out of control. But one of them is taking back control with GoodRx.
Next.
So while he's paying that much, even with his insurance, she's paying this much just by using GoodRx. Use GoodRx to compare prices at pharmacies in your area and stop paying too much for your prescriptions. Download the free app today and take back control.
Wingstop.
Yep.
Tonight, get your lemon pepper buttery fix. Or make it a sweet and spicy Korean Q affair. Or kick things up with a hint of mango habanero heat. Classic or boneless wings.
Who ate all the boneless?
You did.
Sounds like me.
Get flavor delivered to your door today at wingstop.com.
That's why you watch our show, for video like this. That is Steven Belichick with Belichick, and Steve Belichick rocking what appears to be a mullet that is with them. I mean, that is some look from little Belichick.
Beautiful.
Look at that thing. That is gorgeous. Wow, that is eastbound and down style. Okay, let's get back to the football. Right there is Cam Newton. Right there is Bill Belichick. How will this work? Will there be issues? And it wasn't after 1 week. Cam Newton goes right and goes left and then goes for the touchdown and bends down, says, I'm going to get some of that grass, spikes the ball. Cam was a machine, and look at McDaniels and him. They're having a good time. They're talking. They're interacting. And then Cam Newton shows what he's been doing in the league since he got here. To the end zone, lowers the shoulder, touchdown, and now he's on the phone. He's giggling. Brian Hoyer and Edelman are enjoying it. Patriots, what do you know? Week 1, I want to know.
All right, let's go. Cleveland, Baltimore, and there's Mosrow. That's a 14-year-old super fan who passed away from cancer. Rest in peace. All right, Lamar Jackson. 2019 NFL MVP, as we know. He can do it all. Baker Mayfield. Browns haven't won an opener since 04. That's back when Rupert Studdard was singing. And right here, it wasn't any different. Baker Mayfield, he throws behind Cordero Hodge, and it was tipped by Calais Campbell. And the rest is history because Lamar Jackson, he took over. Check out that catch right there. Oh, man. Mark Andrews back in the end zone. When he's healthy, they're a different team. Mark Andrews is a beast. Let's start showing this dude some love. He can block, he can catch, he can do it all. That was a 5-yard touchdown. Okay, here we go. Lamar Jackson, he's going to hand it off. That is J.K. Dobbins. I don't know if you were paying attention, but Dobbins looks fast. 2020 second-round pick. He takes it, hits the corner, and he put on the burners. Lamar Jackson just whips it. A sidearm. Who is that? You know his name. Mark Andrews. Yeah, he's getting busy. 5 receptions, 58 yards, 2 TDs. Odell Beckham, he wants to get started in this game. He wants to get his season going a lot faster than last year. At this point, the score was 17-6, and that is a drop ball. Odell not feeling it. As a wide receiver, if it touches your hands, you have to catch it. Okay, Baker Mayfield dropping back. He's trying to get his guy involved. Throws it to the sideline. Little toe drag swag. But he steps out. You can't make that mistake right there. Yep. If you keep your eyes on the sideline, you know that you didn't get the completion. Still, Baker Mayfield looking over the middle. Broken up once again. I'll tell you what, them DBs, Marlon Humphrey, Marcus Peters, those guys are beasts. The Baltimore Ravens, they dominated in all phases of the ball. 38-6.
It was just hard work and dedication. It started with the COVID. Our guys still coming down to try to get some chemistry down packed. The quick turnaround with camp and stuff like that, we started getting chemistry there. And our guys just dialed in, and they helped me out a lot. Made my job a lot easier.
A matching custom mask. I'm loving it. You're taking a look at an impressive win streak, continuing from last year, impressive stats along the way. Kyle, I said this all offseason, I wanted to see him grow this year, throw downfield successfully. He was doing it, chef's kiss style all day yesterday. If they can do that consistently, to me, they're going to be unstoppable. What's your reaction to the Ravens' performance?
Yeah, the chef's kiss, or there's some sort of Salt Bay thing going on. My reaction to their performance was, it was the best performance of the weekend. I think it was the biggest butt whooping of the weekend. I think it was the least competitive game, and that includes the early parts of Bills versus Jets. Look, they had 1 turnover, and it was because they handed the ball to Project Pat Ricard, who we love, and he fumbled. But Lamar was not stripped. Lamar did not throw an interception. Lamar just sat back there just dealing against the team. You know, we're going to get into the Browns and what an absolute F that was. The Browns team beat them up last year. I mean, really bad. Look at these throws. And notice we're not doing all the flips and everything. We're doing these precise throws on the run. There's a sense watching that game yesterday that you were impressed with last year. It's just the beginning. You know what I feel watching this game? I don't even care about the Browns. Bring me Mahomes. When are we getting Ravens Chiefs? I know it's just in a few weeks. Right now, the Browns, ugh. Give me a Ravens Chiefs. That's my reaction to it. Let's get a real opponent up here in the same weight class.
Kyle, that's week 3 on Monday Night Football. Let's get there. I agree. Yeah. But I thought the defense for the Ravens was fantastic as well. I like to talk about Wink Martindale's defense because they keep on getting better and better every season. And yesterday, it was an all-out attack on Baker Mayfield. My favorite play was Calais Campbell dropping back in coverage here. That's Calais. The big fella knocks it down and they deflects it and it's intercepted. Guys, the Browns were 3 for 12 on third down and 0 for 3 on fourth down. Baker was running like a chicken with its head cut off because the Ravens defense was all over the field. Lamar's great. We know that. It's going to be the defense that gets him to that next level. Calais was fantastic in his debut. Patrick Queen was fantastic as a rookie. I'm so excited to see the Ravens progress because this could have gone one of two ways, and it went the right way yesterday.
If you tell me that Pat Mahomes is the purest passer in the NFL, I would agree. If you told me that Lamar Jackson was the most complete quarterback in the NFL, I would agree. And before you say, hey, wait a minute. I mean, he can't really throw that well. He can't really throw like Pat Mahomes. Do we forget that he led the league in pass touchdowns last year with 36? And we know there's not another quarterback in NFL history that can run like Lamar. And think about it. He did this week 1, 3 touchdowns, effortlessly, didn't throw a pick. Every throw was just beautifully placed, and he made the right decision on time. He did this last year as well. You remember when he threw for 5 touchdowns in week 1 and backed up every single defense? So now the defense that comes in and say, all right, guys, we're going to have to back up and play zone so we can drop guys into coverage. Lamar's going to do what we're seeing right here, take advantage with his legs. Like I said, Lamar Jackson is the most complete quarterback in the NFL. I'm at Nate Burleson on Twitter if you want to holler at me.
All right. Well, maybe Aaron Rodgers 12 will send you a message. Let's get into his game. You look like a Nate, let's go for it. First of all, we had some history here. The Vikings showed unity by inviting George Floyd's family to the game. They were there as the guests of the Vikings. And as I said, there's Aaron Rodgers. They drafted a quarterback this year, made a bunch of news. He did not see action yesterday, but Rodgers did. Here's a pure pass. Look at this. End of the first half. Zing! I mean, Mahomes could probably make that pass, but that was incredible. I know Rodgers is on the senior tour now and all that, but he did not look like it. He looked like 2006 Tiger Woods. And the first half isn't even over. The Vikings barely had the ball. This is only Cousins' 4th pass of the game, and it's picked off by Jay Alexander. So instead, the Packers say, all right, pour it on. Climb up to that turnbuckle and jump on them again. And they're going to go from one of our favorites, Marquez Valdez. Look at this pass. Come on. He just torches them. The Vikings got those young corners. And look at this. Get over here. Get over here. I'm going to give you a little noogie. I love you. I love you. I love you. The Vikings get rolled at home, 43-34.
Jair Alexander, a stud in yesterday's matchup. Chase Young had his debut. Washington's defense is legit. The fans are on Twitter, excited, revitalized. We'll hear from Coach next.
Bill Belichick? Really? You're right. I should get a delicious footlong from Subway. That would be better.
Now you look better, too.
Now get a free footlong when you buy 2, because it's footlong season.
Is the salmon wild caught?
She only eats wild caught.
I need a price check on honey.
Don't get mad. Get E-Trade and get more than just trading. Investing, banking, guidance.
Guess what? My Atkins chocolate peanut butter bars work just as well in the house as they do in my car. They're still rich in protein, not a lot of net carbs, and every Atkins bar has 1 to 3 grams of sugar. So, welcome home, Atkins bars.
Stand up if you are first-generation college student. Stand up if you're a mother. If you are actively deployed, a veteran, or you're in a military family, please stand. The world in which we live equally distributes talent, but it doesn't equally distribute opportunity, and paths are not always the same.
I'm so proud of you, Dad.
I will tell you this, Southern New Hampshire University can change the whole trajectory of your life.
You know what hurts? What really hurts?
The doctor's not available till next month.
What?
What really, really hurts? What really, really, really hurts? But you know what's painless? Using ZocDoc to find an in-network doctor and compare reviews. And what actually feels kind of good?
Wow, that's better.
A same-day appointment.
Thanks.
What just... To instantly book an in-person or video visit, download ZocDoc.
keeping your oysters growing while keeping your business growing as you swamped. You need to hire.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. The moment you sponsor a job on Indeed, you get a short list of quality candidates from our resume database, so you can start hiring right away. Claim your $75 credit when you post your first job at Indeed.com/promo.
Want to dominate your fantasy league?
Let's go, points, man!
Our experts have the insights to give you the winning edge.
He's got the skills. He's got the speed. The dude is like a rocket.
NFL Fantasy Live, today at 5 on NFL Network.
Here we go. SoFi Stadium is so fine there in Southern California. Look at the Forum. You can see it in the background. Absolutely love it. The party still goes on there. 14-13 Dallas in the third quarter. Malcolm Brown. There he goes. Touchdown was the second touchdown of the day. One of my favorite segments Adam Rank does. This helps no one. It was not Cam Akers in fantasy. Sorry, it was Malcolm Brown yesterday. Maybe it'll change next week, which is even more fun. 2017, though, last 30 seconds of the game. Michael Gallup's got it. The Cowboys are going to win. No. A big flag. I personally believe it's a star call. It's like the NBA. I think Jalen Ramsey is a household name. I think if it was any other corner, I don't think they get that call, but they did. I didn't like it, but what do I care? 2017 Rams, they are 1-0. The Cowboys winless.
Let's go to the NFC North. Chicago Bears, Detroit Lions. Mitchell Trubisky, after being down early, he hits Anthony Miller for the 27-yard touchdown. The Bears would lead 27-23. What a fourth-quarter comeback. I believe it was a 17-point deficit. But still, Stafford, they have a chance. He's looking back in the end zone. He's wide open. Oh, DeAndre Swift drops the ball. And that game slips out of their hands like that drop ball. The Bears, they win this one 27-23 after being down 23-6.
Brutal loss. Let's go to Atlanta, where DeAndre Swift played his college ball down in that state, and Russell Wilson played his pro ball yesterday. Deep pass, DK Metcalf, they pick up right where they left off last year, where they were on fire at the end of the season. Touchdown. This game, the score was actually a little bit closer than it really was, because it was the Russell Wilson show. He only threw 4 incomplete passes. This one was a touchdown pass. He had several. Russell would go 31 of 35 with as many touchdown passes as incompletions. Unbelievable performance from Mr.
Nation's capital. Ron Rivera battling things a lot stronger and more important than football. And yet there he is coaching on the sideline. It went rough early for Washington, already down 10-0. This is Wentz, who was dealing early. Look at Dallas Goedert. Turns around like Willie Mays or Willie Mays Hayes. Take your pick. Makes the catch for the touchdown, and Washington's getting rolled. You don't want to see Ron debut like this, but hold on. Everything changed here. Wentz goes for Jalen Reagor, who made a couple big plays in this one, was intercepted by Fabian Moreau. Sometimes it just takes a single play to turn all the momentum around, especially with the Washington D-line. Hashtag wreaking havoc like they were. Now, Dwayne Haskins had struggled before this drive, going 3 for 12. And yet here we go. Who's he go to? Logan Thomas. Logan Thomas in the end zone, 6-yard touchdown, and Washington's got something going. Third quarter, Eagles still leading 17-7. Wentz is going to look for John Hightower of the Police Academy. He's picked off by Jimmy Moreland. What's up, Jimmy? Covering more land as he goes down the field. And there we go. Washington is rolling. They're still down 10. But it feels like they got all the momentum meter as Carson Wentz shakes his head. Dwayne Haskins, what are you going to do? You're going to give it to Peyton the Barber Beefcake, to the barber shop. Not the candy shop. That's 50 Cent. This is Washington. Now, the defense I mentioned. Look at Chase Young. That is not an improper graphic. 8 times he was sacked. Now, they were also losing about 8 offensive linemen going into this game. No Lane Johnson, no Brandon Brooks, et al. But whatever, it's Sunday, it's game day. Block somebody. They couldn't. An 8-piece. And if Wentz was not so escapable, I think it would have been 13 sacks in this game. It was wild. I don't know how Carson Wentz is going to survive this. Now, Dwayne Haskins, what are you going to do? We're going to the fourth quarter, the money quarter. Nate's still laughing about my 50 Cent reference. We love 50. And we get in again, Peyton Barber, another touchdown. This helps no one. Sorry, Rank, it helps Washington. And now they're up 24-17. It's a 4th and 3. What do? You go to Zach Ertz. Zach Ertz is Just a rough drop on a huge play for one of the most sure-handed guys in the league. Goes right through his hands. You know, it's a little complicated now with Zach Ertz and his contract, and Rap Sheet was all over it on Sunday morning. I know he wanted that catch badly. He didn't make it. Guys, the Washington first place team. That's their new name. I like it. It's got a ring to it. That's a 1 and a 0 next to their name. The Washington first place team in the nation's capital. Let's hear from the Brain Trust and the QB1 of the Washington first place team. Put it on a T-shirt, Nate.
We're fortunate to come out on top. They're a very well-coached team. They've got tremendous football players, and we know that. But our guys bowed their necks when they had to. We were down 17-0. They responded, and they just kept fighting and stuck to it. And it just shows what these guys are capable of.
Pretty much the moral of the speech was, you know, we're home. We're the home team. They're the visitors. There's no reason why we should be feeling like we should, you know, be a little bro to them in a sense.
What a comeback. Chase Young, the rookie, tweeting after his impressive performance. What's the best part about going 1-0? The chance to go 2-0. And of course, if the Steelers beat the Giants tonight, Peter Washington would sit alone atop the NFC East after week 1, which is pretty exciting. It was an incredible comeback win, coming back from a 17-0 first half deficit. What impressed you the most?
Look, Kay, the 49ers had a method to their madness last year. Let's just use all of our great defensive linemen, unleash them, and hope our offense can score enough to get us to the next week. This Washington defense came out of the gates looking unbelievable yesterday. They were down 17-0, which is easy to say, all right, let's just pin our ears back and play prevent defense, or let's do whatever we can do to try to stay involved in this game. Instead, they were in attack mode. I love this effort from this defense. 8 sacks, and it's, remember, we talked about it all offseason. It's not just Chase Young. It's Ryan Kerrigan. It's Montez Sweat. It's Daron Payne. It's Jonathan Allen. It's Matt Ioannidis. They're loaded with talent up front. And, you know, Jack Del Rio is the defensive coordinator. The defensive line coach is Sam Mills III. Their message to them, go get Wentz. Yes, Kyle, there were some offensive linemen missing. And yes, it was a surprise to see that Lane Johnson would not be in the lineup the morning of the game. But that's no excuse. There are people being paid millions of dollars to protect Carson Wentz, and they were demoralized yesterday by that Washington front four. It is a thing to witness. This game was incredible to watch after them coming out of that 17-0 hole because of the defense from Washington. They can carry them this year. I've been saying it all offseason. It might be the best defensive line in all of football.
Peter, go ahead and gooseneck for a second. Just gooseneck it. A few weeks ago, we were planning a segment, and Peter said, let's debate if Washington's defensive line is one of the best in the league. I'm like, Peter, isn't that a little bit in the weeds? We got quarterbacks and super. You want to talk about that? He did. We debated. He said he wanted to jump on the wagon now, and then they got 8 sacks in the opener. It was absolutely incredible. Chase Young did look like a superhero. Let me just say this. I take nothing away from them. We know that was not the real Philadelphia Eagles, all right? It was not. There was no Lane Johnson. There was no Brandon Brooks. There was no Dillard. It was a really, really patchwork offensive line. That's fine. They executed. They took him out. Next week, Washington goes against Arizona on the road, a suddenly scary Arizona team with Kyler running around and Kenyon Drake and DeAndre Hopkins having 56 catches. If they take that team out, then we got a sensation. Then we got, oh my gosh, can Washington win the NFC East? Because I was not impressed by Dallas. I was not impressed by Philly. New York, who knows? Great, great day. Still lots to prove. But Triggs, just keep goosenecking, baby. Goosenecking, gray goosing, Canada goosing when it gets cold. Just do it all, baby. Just goose.
Sean Marion.